Alright, you guys can go ahead and unmute.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. It's good to be here.
Hey.
Just to check in, Ryan, are you muted?
I am here.
You are here.
Let's go.
We're good.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
I was just concerned because of the muting
Technology's
issue we had
incredible.
beforehand, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Technology is incredible.
Personally, it makes me happy.
It does, yeah.
So, hello.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah. What's up? Hey, guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Sonic and Tails are Unplugged. This is our very first Sonic and Tails are themed live stream event. And today we're going to be hosting a panel that we actually planned on having at Sonic and Sega Fan Jam, but
Right.
we are having it here, so all of you guys can check it out too.
Heck yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, there's a lot to uncover and like a lot to talk about. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Sure, man, me too. This is gonna rule.
I'm so excited. Before we get started, how's the chat doing? And how is everybody here in the call? How are we all doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing great. Took a nice nap on the way back from downtown Disney, and ate
Yeah, I
a
saw
very
that.
late lunch. Yeah. I'm glad it was in the group chat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You saw
He just
that?
snoozing away. Dude, I was
Like,
snoozing, man.
I forgot I
Thankfully, the
put
crew
that
wasn't
in
in
this
it.
chat.
Yeah. I was like
It's
doubly so because
funny.
I got two separate DMs. Like Emmy just DM'd a picture of myself to me sleeping,
I was just like,
and
nice.
I was like, all right. No, it was much needed though, and like thankfully now I ate some food and now I'm actually like feeling a lot better. I was feeling a little, like not but, like a little queasy, a little tired, but now I'm a-okay. So I'm excited.
A little sleepy.
Gotcha.
A little sweepy, you know.
Totally fine. Totally cool. Let's go ahead and go through who is all present on the panel. So I will go ahead and start. Hi, my name is Emmy Jones. This is my channel, EmuEmi. And you guys probably know me through either Sonic and Tails R or the music that I do. I do a lot of Sonic covers and original music, and obviously also while we're here. So let's go ahead, and Doryan, do you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. Guys, my name is Doryan Nelson. Stage name that I go by is Dory the Nelson. I'm an artist and animator. I mostly do just drawings of Sonic, and I make trailers on my YouTube channel. And I think one of the only bigger things I've done with Sonic, aside from Sonic and Tails R, was Sonic Prologue, this fan project that came out in 2014, something like that. But yeah, that's me, and that's what I do.
All right. Let's go ahead. Trey, would you like to go next?
Absolutely. Hey everyone, I'm Trey Nobles. Stage name also Trey Nobles, and I do a lot of music stuff in relation to Emmy. A lot of the acoustic stuff is a lot of the instrumentals I provide for Emmy are usually created by me, and we've been collabing for about over 5 years at this point. And I also do compositional work, freelancing work on my own, as well as at least at the time being in some bands and creating original music for myself. So anything music-wise, I wear a lot of hats, and I'm very thankful to be in the spot that I am in. So yeah, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to have you. All right, Ryan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Certainly. Hi, I'm Ryan Drummond, otherwise known as Ryan the Drummond on some social media platforms. I also wear a lot of hats, but literally hats.
Oh, nice.
I have several of them on right now, and happy to be on this panel. Finally, we get to do this. Yay! And I guess I should add, I've been voicing Sonic since before half of you were born. So yay!
True.
Actually, let's get into that for a second. How old
Okay,
were we when Sonic Adventure came out?
Well, okay, well, you and I were born. Okay, well, you were 5, I was 6.
Oh God.
Is that right?
In '99,
Yeah, I think I was 3 or 4
5?
years old when it came out, but I didn't
This was
experience it until I was
98,
6.
yeah?
Yeah, 98. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh no, that
Uh-huh.
makes sense. Oh my God.
Wow, yeah.
but in North
right?
America it was 9/9/99, so I would have just turned 4.
Oh, so
because
yeah.
my birthday's September 7th.
Gotcha.
So I would argue, at least for me, it wasn't until like 6 or 7 that was when I started kind of getting into it. I knew of Sonic through Sonic 2, but my only experience was playing Sonic 2 with my grandpa and seeing Tails and being like, "Oh, that fox is cute." Anyways, but when Sonic Adventure came out, I was just like, "What is this? I need it. I love it. I want to play it forever."
Yeah.
And then my cousins, they're like, "Well, guess what? There's a new game. They just dropped Sonic Adventure 2!" And I was like,
You just pull out the trench coat, like, hey, you want this good stuff? Here's more good stuff, That just it was your gateway, essentially.
It was.
Yeah.
That's
No, I
cool.
feel that.
For me, by the way, can everyone hear me okay? Is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think everything's
Okay,
good.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So, for me, I got introduced to Sonic by my cousin. Like he has a lot of hats. Like my cousin slash my best friend slash like my brother practically, John Nelson. He introduced me to Sonic when I was 4. He was 3.
4.
And,
Oh, Dorian.
Hey, before you continue, Doryan, they're saying that your mic is a little quiet.
Is it particularly Dorian or is it everybody?
The entirety?
Oh, the
Well,
entirety?
Is it the entire Discord call?
I'm not sure.
If that's the case, I can turn up the Discord app. That might be on me.
I say both. Turn up the Discord app a little bit, and then Doryan, you turn yourself up if possible,
Okay.
or if that's on Emi's side.
I think we're good. I think we're good now.
And I'm going to turn around and see if that helps.
Right, exactly.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep. I'm here to help.
All right.
I can.
Okay, they're saying they think it's just Dorian. I did turn up the overall call, so yeah,
Right.
go ahead and keep speaking. Let's see.
Talking. Is that better?
Is that better?
Talking.
It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
We have to like refresh.
Gotcha. How's this? Is this better?
You sound good to me. Yeah, a little. No.
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 No, straight up.
I love the honesty in the chat. It's not even like.
Thank you for the honesty. No.
Like actually, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second. Right back.
Okay.
Let me turn up my advanced audio properties. That actually could be what I'm. Okay. Will you guys say something now?
Hello, testing.
Okay,
Hello.
that should. You know what? I also might be kind of loud in comparison. So okay, this should be good.
Okay.
Let me. You got quieter. There's no way. You're lying to me. You're lying.
You are lying.
It's even lower now. No, you're lying. Incorrect. You're wrong.
Incorrect. You're wrong. I'll talk louder then. Does that?
Wait, no, they're saying better. They're saying better. Wait, just
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, sweet. So, okay, this is good, huh?
I think so.
Yeah. Now Doryan, the real culprit. I can't speak. Man, I just woke up. Okay, please.
The culprit. Okay, so like, is
I
this
put
okay?
poison in your tea.
No.
Oh no. I think it sounds good. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's better, so I think we're gonna go ahead and move on.
But yeah,
Okay.
let's just move on.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so this is how I got into Sonic. So yeah, I was 4. John was 3, and he was watching Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he showed me that show, and I was like hooked instantly. And so, my first encounter. Okay, so I had been into Sonic for about a year and a half, 2 years almost before Ryan came into the frame, and I first heard your voice, Ryan, on a commercial. There was a commercial for Sonic Adventure where all the Dreamcast characters are dancing inside of the Dreamcast, and Sonic is is flipping out on the because I remember I heard your voice for the first time and like flipped. I remember where I was and what was happening at the time. I was with my mom.
That's cool, man.
And, it was that's my first time hearing your voice on that commercial. And then when I first heard it on the game, God, dude, I was at a Hollywood video, I think, because they teamed up with Sega to do a promotional thing for the Dreamcast. You could rent Sonic Adventure or something like that at the time.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's sick. That is super cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, how I, if I can say, how I got into, I guess, Sonic in general was, am I still coming through, by the way?
You are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You're good.
Okay,
Loud and clear.
Yeah, how I got into Sonic, it's kind of like, it's somewhat similar to Emmy's story, where it's like I was first, I guess, introduced, quote unquote, to Sonic 2. It was like my friend's grandparents' house. They had a Genesis, and we would go back and forth between playing Sonic 2 and Bubsy, of all games. And but we stuck with Sonic 2 because Bubsy, I couldn't understand it, obviously. So like, I played Sonic 2 and I liked it, but it didn't like grab me. And it wasn't until I was like around 6 years old. My dad was a youth pastor at the time, and he had these like kiosks set up, like these CRTs with these consoles. I think he had like the Xbox, PS2, and then there was a Dreamcast, and it had the Generator 1 disc, like the demo disc. And I remember playing the demo of Sonic Adventure, like Emerald Coast was what was on that demo, and I just instantly fell in love with like the aesthetic, the overall just like tone. Like I remember watching that like intro cutscene where it plays like a little bit of Open Your Heart, like that intro cutscene to SA1 so much, like as a kid. Like I would beamline straight to that whenever it was like 8 o'clock at night on Wednesday, and my dad was still wrapping up his sermon or whatever, and I'd just be in the room over playing SA1. And it's a thing where I can I'm pretty good at that one stage, Emerald Coast, because I played it so much. And then eventually, I got a GameCube and got SA2, and then years later, I actually got a Dreamcast for my birthday, and it ended up being that same exact Dreamcast that was in that kiosk. My dad asked the pastor of that old church, hey, do you have any old video game systems? My son's getting into collecting. He's like, oh yeah, I have this white thing. It's in this black duffel bag. And it was like, yeah, what is it? And he opened it up, and it was the Dreamcast. And I was like, yes. And my childhood Dreamcast that I was first introduced to Sonic on is the one that I have in my collection now, which is kind of insane to think about.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it goes full circle. Yeah, so I it holds a lot of sentimental value to me. The only thing I've had to change on it is I got a parts Dreamcast, and I had to switch out the controller ports because the controller ports died. But that's it. Everything else is just how it was back in, I think 2000 is whenever I played it first, or 2001. And I was like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm very, very pleased to have that there. So yeah, that's how I got introduced, and now I'm here. So.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. Really quickly, I'm going to read the super chat. Thank you so much, Dentega Dario, for the $5 in the super chat. Love you guys. The series is the GOAT. Wait, hold on. That's an emote that I cannot actually visually see. Goat, turquoise, white horns.
I think it's supposed to be the GOAT. This series is the GOAT.
Yeah.
So you were right.
Okay. Emu, you are awesome, and thank you, Ryan, for making a huge impact on my childhood.
Oh,
nice.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I love how you're just about to say the entire name of that.
Well, I didn't want to assume it was GOAT. I kind of was just oh yeah, it's probably the GOAT. But then I thought, well, actually, what if this is something completely different?
No, thankfully I can see it on my end.
Oh,
okay.
I think
it's only for mobile devices you can see it. So it is just a picture of a goat that happens to be turquoise. So
all right,
it's
yeah, we'll take it. The GOAT. Yeah. Thank you. Anyways, Ryan, how did you get into Sonic?
How did I get into Sonic? Through an audition.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually knew about Sonic, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan or anything. I didn't have I didn't have any game systems or anything like that. Well, I had an Atari growing up. That's how old I am. But I didn't have any of his games or anything like that. I just knew him as a cultural icon, and And I've always said that always helped me, I thought, because I didn't have any preconceived ideas of what Sonic should sound like or who he was. So I didn't have Jalil's voice in my head. I didn't have any of the games in my head. I didn't have any of that. So I think that actually kind of helped me go into the audition booth with a clean slate. And, they gave me 3 whole seconds to come up with a voice. And that's the voice that came out when they asked for something. And I've been doing it that way ever since. And they liked it. That was the whole point. Is that they were like,
absolutely,
yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want him to sound like. And that's just that's
actually insane.
Into it. Yeah, I kind of started like right in the heart of it, and then worked my way outwards rather than from the outside going in.
That's actually very, because you see a lot of voice actors, I guess, pull inspirations from people who do the same characters and everything. But considering you just didn't hear anything. You just kind of looked at the character you just interpreted what he should sound like just by his design and his looks, like at the time. Like
I had literally never heard him speak ever. So I didn't have any idea what he should sound like. And it just kind of came out.
Wow.
I guess when I saw his picture, that's what I thought he should sound like. So that's what I did. And it's kind of worked out okay.
Yeah, I think so.
It's great, yeah. Like, was there any, like, inspiration that you pulled from, or is it just one of those instances where you just saw the character and was just like, I believe he should sound like this?
Yeah, the latter. There was actually no time to pull inspiration from anything. It wasn't like I thought, like, what's another
teenage, kid or whatever.
Yeah, no, they were just like, you see that picture in the booth, and I said yes, and they said, what would that guy sound like if you heard a voice coming out of that guy? Ready, set, go. So there was no time to. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm kind of taken aback because again, like I hear voice actors all the time who like start off as like kind of impressionists and then get into their groove like later, and they start actually like acting the acting part of voice acting. Then they do that, and then they find their own voice. But with this, it's just like no, like like the design is fun and it's like energetic, angsty, and everything. I'm going to try to see if I can encapsulate that just based off of how he looks. Like that's actually a great testament as to how like strong Sonic's design is just overall to where you can just do that and it just fits naturally. You know what I mean? Like that's super sick.
Yeah, I agree. Before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and read another super chat from Speed Force Productions with 5 in the super chat. Thank you so much. Sonic and Tails art was an amazing series. It brought a lot of joy. Thank you for making the series, Emmy and Doryan and Ryan. Your Sonic is amazing as always.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. All right, so we've kind of gone through and talked about how all of us, I guess, got involved with Sonic. Do we want to move on to our concept art?
Ooh.
Sure.
I'm down.
Sure. We totally can. Yeah. I think we could.
All right.
Let's see.
Well, just give me one.
Sweetness. So I'm going to be looking at it from YouTube.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, here, do you want me to... I can share my screen on Discord. Would that make it easier so you can be caught up?
That actually might work better.
Yeah, that would be a lot easier, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the timing would be off.
So it's not awkward.
Right, I'm just like, you're just like, okay, what about this? I'm like,
hold on.
We're like 5 minutes past this. Yeah.
So at this point we can all go over to the chat and check this out.
Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and start.
Oh man. Oh,
are we already seeing this? Just checking with the chat too. I just want to make sure you guys are seeing this okay before we have a live commentary on an image that you guys are totally not actually seeing.
They can see it. Yeah, they can see it.
Do you see it in the stream?
I saw it in the stream, so yes, they can see it.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right. This is the isn't this like the first thing you did, Doryan?
Well, yeah. So this is. Oh my God. Okay, so when we were, I think it was like had to be March. It had to be March when we were trying to figure out what we needed to do with this, because okay, so like I remember you were working with some folks at the time to try to see what you wanted, more stuff you wanted to do for your channel to have it grow, and I suggested like a radio drama, because you're just like, well, you do audio, so it's like, well, a series of things would be good to do in that sense. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you were like all about it. Like you were just like hitting the ground running, ready to go, right? So like we pretty much got things underway really, really quickly, and so eventually it came time to announce that it was happening. And one of the things I thought would be cool is if you, Ryan, and Mike just randomly just put up like images that looked identical to each other.
Yeah.
They look like they're coming from the same thing. And so this one was supposed to be Ryan's.
That's right.
That you used to put onto your Twitter account, dude.
That's right. But we didn't see these. We didn't actually see these ones, right?
Yeah. These are never before seen. These are just like in my archives. That was supposed to be yours.
Yep. Here's
right
this
there.
one, radio, and I'll show off this one.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. That was supposed to be Mike's. Let's see. But yeah, so like what we ended up doing was something totally different. At the end of it all, because I wanted to, because I think, because initially, I wanted to do something like, because I wanted to do something like a little bit more that looked like the old Dreamcast stuff, but we ended up going with this instead. And what's funny is that these aren't actually the ones that we ended up putting out there. I think it was a note. It was a note that you had on this one where you didn't want the stomachs to show, because there was one for Sonic and one for Tails that had their arms showing or something like that. I can remember.
I was very particular. I'm like, let's just do their arms.
Yeah. No, it works out.
We have the stomach cut.
Yeah,
right.
Got the belly cut. Let's go.
Yeah, so that one was yours, Ryan, right there when we got that roll.
Nice.
Oh, here's my stomach cut.
The stomach, gut cut. Let's go.
The gut cut.
The gut cut. Yeah, it's hard to say. You have to really.
I think I wanted you to see less, because I wanted it to be more mysterious.
I mean, yeah, it's like obvious who they are, but it's a thing where it's like you want your attention to focus on the emeralds first and foremost, and I feel like if you had too much in the frame, it would distract viewers. At least that's like, from someone who isn't an artist, that's like the first thing I noticed. It's like my eyes went straight to the gut before I went to the emeralds. So I was like, why is that there? But yeah.
These are the, aside from the stomachs, these are the famous pictures that got us in really big trouble on Twitter.
Bro.
Because everyone thought we were teasing, like, Sonic Adventure 3.
I was just going to ask, like, you want to talk about that? I mean,
yeah, sure.
I guess it's not much to talk about. It was a thing where, like, literally you two posted these photos, and then, like, people were speculating, like, what it was. And then everyone obviously just went to, oh my god, Sonic Adventure 3. Like, it's obvious, right? It's so, like, because I think, like, the emeralds that are in each other's hands are the same ones that were, like, that they both collected in SA1. If that's, I don't.
That wasn't the. Well,
that wasn't the plan.
That wasn't the plan. But I think that's the connection people made.
If I can be completely honest, the only reason we have the yellow and the white one is because those are my two favorite ones.
Yeah. So it's a thing where people are like,
I was like, I want the yellow and the white one. Those are my fave. They're so cute.
They're so cute. Yeah. It's funny. I mean, it does kind of like show like the state of like how people kind of view like they were like, oh, everything has to mean something. Everything has to do. And like half the time it's just like, nah, I just think I like these colors. I just think they're nice. But it was a thing where videos were being made about it. I think news articles were talking about it. And it was like, wasn't it a thing where you had to like kind of like push the announcement, and then you were like kind of like you were kind of like you were worried because
Is
it's
that
like
what happened at this one? At this part?
Yeah, we did announce it earlier than we anticipated, due to the fact that everyone thought it was Sonic Adventure 3, and we didn't really want to obviously like. Funny enough, that happened twice. That happened 2 times where people speculated something much larger because of the Tony Harnell situation. Oops.
So both times we faked
right, I remember that.
Literally, it's like you gotta. Let me set the stage. It's 7 in the morning. It's 7 in the morning, and me and Doryan are on a call. I haven't even slept. I stayed up late, and like I'm on my computer, we're on the call, and I see a news article that says Tony Harnell in a new Sonic song, and I instantly knew. Oh no!
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when we were talking about when that happened, because you were just like, because I remember we were talking, you just stopped for a while, and I was like, Amy, you were like, Doryan, yes. You just gave me the link. I'm like, oh no.
What is this? What's happening?
And like, God, dude. Yeah, I remember.
Of course, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we also had a plan where it's like a lot of people on the team had their own individual images to post, and it was a thing where we had to like mix it up that way. People would know like what was actually happening.
Well, yeah, actually, funny enough. So yeah, we had the 7 emeralds, and originally. Tony was supposed to be the last one.
The last one.
Because it was supposed to be like the big reveal. Oh yeah, by the way, But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way because everyone thought that Tony was in an official Sonic song.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure 3 again.
And I didn't want to cause any conflict for anybody, so we were like, okay, let's swap it. We'll have Tony do it first. That way, we get this taken care of before it, gets insane.
Well, before it just balloons even more so, and like, because, but that's just the state of things. It's like, whenever people get any kind of like, I guess, lead on like what could possibly be, like, we gotta squash it, but in the most like professional way. Like, we wanted to treat every reveal of this as if it was official, if that makes sense. Like we I know Emmy wasn't just going to make a Twitter post saying like, no, Tony Harnell's actually in episode 9 of whatever, because like that would have like completely killed any kind of hype or any kind of drive, and people would have been I think more disappointed. If that makes sense, because that was also a big fear too, especially with these images, was because me and Emmy talked about it in calls. It's just like, I'm afraid that whenever I do announce it as a radio drama, people are going to be like, oh man, like I really wanted SA3, but instead we're just getting a radio drama. Like that was like an actual conversation that like we had, where it's just like we didn't want to have all of our hard work go to waste just because of this rumor, So I think announcing it sooner than later was like a good move, despite the fact that some people were still disappointed. But regardless, like we ended up, showing out and making some great episodes, and it stuck with a lot of people. So I think overall, like it was a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it all ended up working out at the end, so it's okay.
And so here is the reveal, and it's so funny actually. I think we've talked about this before, but these 2 posters, isn't it the case where both of them have quotes that actually didn't wind up in the final first episode?
Yeah, they were like, Ryan, do you remember if we recorded? Oh, you know what? We actually did record this for you. We did in the original run of the session.
Sorry, recorded what?
This line up there that Sonic is saying up there.
It's
oh yeah, there should be one.
It's blocked on my screen.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. Oh, you got to go to. Let me see. It's the. Let me see. So let's see. If you hover, there should be like an option that says watch.
Like a watch stream.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm watching. There's like a banner that's blocking whatever quote you're talking about.
Weird. Oh, okay. So like, yeah, what you got to do is hit try hitting full screen. Is there like a full screen option on there for you?
No, it doesn't change it.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
It says something could be fun.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, we'll just read it for you.
Yeah.
Talk on a Discord.
It says,
boy.
"Oh yeah, this could be fun."
Oh yeah, this could be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was that was in the original part of the script, but that line got changed on the final episode. So,
Yeah, I know Doryan likes making references, but sometimes I'm like, no, it's too much.
we could go into that, yeah, because admittedly, I went a little crazy on the references, like in the
Reference crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think one that Emmy told me about Ryan actually was the one. It was in episode 5 where Sonic says, "When fast thinking is of the essence, I'm the essence of fast thinking."
That was 6. That was 6.
Yeah, that was 6.
Yeah. Oh, that was 6. Was that
Yep.
6? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that was one with Shadow.
Yeah, it was.
How dare you?
Yeah, okay, that was one with Shadow, right? And because it's just like, what the like, what does that mean? It's just
Yeah.
Like,
It was a thing where,
Admittedly, I didn't even know the reference. I didn't grow
know.
up with that as much. So like when me and Ryan were going through it, I was like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
is
be
that?
honest. Like this is
I
so
mean, that's just
bizarre.
the guy thinking, don't you know? I think cutting out "Don't You Know" was a good move.
Thank
'Cause
you.
That just sounds,
Thank
that
you.
just
I
sounds-
thought that was corny. I
It
said
just
we're not
sounds
doing the don't you know.
oh, oh my heart.
No.
It's like, look, I love you, and like I'm glad that you are passionate about multiple facets of like the series, but like I don't know, like don't you know, like
Don't you know?
there's no way to make that sound cool in my opinion.
There was
so.
a way to say. There was a way to say it. I think because I was like, because I think that like, God, what inspired that? Okay, you know what? I remember because I remember like one time I would there was like a period of time before I got like super busy. I was able to talk to Oshima-san like quite a bit. I think when I was in college, and he mentioned that Lupin the Third like was a big inspiration for Sonic because he really liked watching that, and there was a Lupin the Third movie that just came out at the time, and the way he would say it like was so like to me it was so cool, and it felt very charismatic in a just like in a Sonic-y kind of way I thought would really work with the script, but it just kind of came out weird when just reading it.
Yeah, that was my only thing.
Yeah,
like I
that's
think
fair.
I had Ryan record some don't you knows, but then I remember hearing it and I was just like, I just don't like that. We're taking it out. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
It's
Just-
a thing. Yeah. That's hilarious. But it's better to try than to not try, because you never know. Maybe it's a thing where it's just like maybe it's like a thing where it's in my head, like I don't know if it worked, but then you execute it and it's working, So it's better to try than not. I agree with Emmy here personally. The don't you know was a little bit too hokey in my opinion.
Aww,
Just in this context, though. No, I love you, Doryan. But that's
Before-
just how I feel.
So before we continue, I want to go ahead and read out another super chat from Cookie Star. Thank you so much, Cookie Star, for $5 in the super chat. The message says, "Hey, Emmy, Ryan, Trey, and Doryan. Happy New Year. Wishing you the best in this 2023, and also thank you for giving us the best series that Sonic and Tails R was. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cookie Star.
Yeah,
Happy
thank
New Year.
you.
Yeah, we really
Happy New
appreciate
Year.
it. Yeah, Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
All right,
That's so cool.
We'll
Cookie
move on to
Star
the
rock.
next one. Yeah. And then this Tails one.
You didn't.
Looks like you're calculating.
So,
I don't know why we got rid of it. I think it was me hating the line too. I was just like,
it was.
Yeah,
I remember that. It was.
I-
hated it.
so before, so basically he'll write out a script and I review it and I do a lot of characterization checks and just overall making sure everything is coherent and characters are saying what I feel like that's how they speak. I just hated this line so much. I don't know. It just seemed like I even tried, I'll record it, but Ew. I don't know why I didn't like it. I just didn't like it.
I think like if I could, I guess, give my point of view, it does seem very like almost too on the
Snobby.
nose, because it's like, yes, we know that we know that Tails is a genius, but he doesn't need to like say like calculations and
Yes!
in terms of like banter, you know, like yeah, like I think that's what would throw me off. It's like he almost sounds like a Poindexter, like pushing up his glasses, like looks like your calculations need some work.
That
It's
was
like,
my problem.
Actually, it's like I don't know, like
Like
yeah, like
That was my
Tails
issue.
is smart,
I'm
but
like,
he's
ugh.
also cool, you know.
Well, yeah, he was being kind of like, I don't know, I
Yeah.
thought it was a little snobby. I'm like, alright. So yeah, we've got the two reveals, but funny enough, again, both of these lines wound up being removed. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one.
Okay, now this one was
Alright.
mine that I put on my Twitter account that I had at the time. I think yeah, because I think I was doing this to be the main one, but I think you wanted to have individual character ones at the time, so I just ran with this one.
Yeah,
And,
it turned out really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah, like it came out really well. It took me like at the time, like my skills weren't as good as they are now, but it took me a long time to draw that. Good lord, I remember that.
Took me 5 minutes. I was in the bathroom and just kind of
Looks great. I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's awesome, Doryan. So cool.
Oh, thanks, man. Oh, thanks. I
I've
appreciate
never seen
that.
this movie.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, like this one was this one was super cool to put together. Like it took, I think the thing that, because like at the time I did not know how to like do like line variations and try to make it look kind of sketchy and like organic. Like it felt like a human hand drew it. And I also think I made like the horrible choice to draw this on Photoshop or something like that.
Oh, damn.
This took forever to make.
By the way, I'm so sorry. I cut out for a minute. Like it disconnected me. Am I back? Am I good?
You were having you were kind of glitching
Some
a little
issues
bit.
earlier.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still a little strange. Are you using the Wi-Fi?
I'm not using the Wi-Fi.
Okay, don't use the Wi-Fi, because I think very likely because I'm running so much stuff, it might be kind of awkward. So I would.
Yeah, no, I haven't been using the Wi-Fi this whole time, thankfully. So I don't know what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Let's go ahead and move on though.
So I remember this. This is when this was God. When was Revolution before Sonic and Tails are? Was that in June too? I
believe so. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Because that was yeah, I remember that. That's when we guys, because I think both of us were there for interviews with that one. I think, and we sent them this as a thank you for having us there, because there was a lot of anticipation for it at the time.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
So we had that rolling. And let me see. I'm trying to think if there are any facts with this. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is that, I mean, actually, you know what? Ryan was funny. I was actually like, listening to your voice, like when I had to make a facial expression for Sonic to make sure that it was on par. I would listen to some voice clips from you, from the stuff that was recorded and stuff that you had. Yeah. To make sure the face was right. Yeah. So that one looks pretty neat.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, thanks. Tails got some big hands, so good lord.
It's true.
Monster hands.
Sausage fingers, dog. Yeah.
All right. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one.
I remember this one. This was the
release date.
Yes, I remember that. And this is actually a rare one. This isn't the one that was uploaded to my social media at the time. The one on my social media was actually let me think. Let me see. It was colored.
That's right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. It was colored at the time, so we have that.
Nice. Heck yeah. No, it looks great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Am I still okay? Am I still kind of
Yeah.
glitching a little bit or
No,
not?
you're good.
Okay.
And by the way, I just realized I'm totally silly. Wait, Ryan, my bad. Ryan, were you talking about the stage on the YouTube where you were trying to see what the art looked like on the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about the. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't.
No
looking at
worries.
the
We got it figured out.
thing. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay, great. So we got.
Yeah, just that little curtain at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
I have a
In my
little
way.
curtain.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cute. I just
It's like a
couldn't
little
move
overlay.
it with my finger, so.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like the display because sometimes Discord does that weird thing on there too. Um,
That's fair, yeah.
let's see. Yeah, but this one, yeah, there's not really too much to this one. Just that this was just the date. I think this came out, I think a week or so, like the same week we were supposed to air.
That's right. Yeah, we were
Mhm.
pretty much like, okay, this is it. June 23rd.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's the one.
That's the one. All right.
This one, I remember this.
Episode 1.
Yeah, actually, if y'all look closely, this is the image that's jittering around. I can't even talk today. Jittering around on the intro, beginning part of the intro.
Right. Oh my god, like it's flashing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
and I think so. Well, I think now's I think a good time to get into Ketrin and how awesome it was working with her on the show and kind of how the process and how we did art. Basically, I would create the thumbnail art for what the episode thing needed to look like, just kind of based off of things that Emmy wanted to see, just stuff that I wanted to stylistically make. We just kind of compare notes, and so I would make these and then send them over to Ketrin, and Ketrin would make amazing art. And send it back to us. That'd be the final artwork. I mean, if y'all look, actually, y'all should follow Ketrin on Twitter.
Yes.
She has a personal channel and an art one, and I think at some point she shared all of her art for Sonic and Tails art in her on her Twitter account at some point.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, I remember this
Oh
one.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember this one. Emmy. Yeah, Emmy. Actually, I remember you. This was your idea, actually. Like, this is one of the first things that we, like, when doing the synopsis. This is one of the first things that we established with the show. You really wanted to have a scene where Sonic and Tails are in a cave and they have to fix an emerald. And actually, speaking of which, the whole concept of the emeralds shattering to pieces and then how to go on a big world tour to get them back was your idea too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when I get kind of anxious at night, and so I would play piano music to try to like calm down and fall asleep. And for several nights when doing that, I would imagine this scene, but this was like long before Sonic and Tails are. So I remember telling you about it when we were, story planning, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe we could work with this. Like, this is sort of a scene that I've imagined in my head, and what if we did this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So, yeah.
I remember, and that was one of the that was one of the first things that we did with this. Yeah, it was it came out super cool. In the end of it, like
Agreed,
the final
yeah.
version that Ketrin ended up, the one that Ketrin ended up making, dude, like it's insane.
Oh, it's
Yes.
yeah, it's phenomenal. Like Ketrin does fantastic. Like you stated, does fantastic work, and like she's really great at like replicating art styles, but also making it her own. It's just crazy cool.
Totally.
All right, next one.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see. So we got so this one was just episode 3's. I think with this one, wanted to show a little bit more personality with Sonic with this one, and let's see. Not that a police helicopter would have police on it for whatever reason.
Well, not only that, but it's misspelled. It's
Pullick.
He ripped it off.
It is.
Well, he
Okay,
ripped it
okay.
off, so it's
That's
like,
the
it's
point.
Fair.
To be fair,
Fair,
I
okay.
actually pointed it out too when he sent me the concept art.
Really?
I said, "Wait, why does it say Pullick?" And he was just like, "What's ripped off?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, continue."
I
Sorry.
guess so. Yeah, like the propeller. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what this is supposed to be. Is like the propeller of the helicopter or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
What I was struggling with just composition. Good God Almighty, like that. I'm so much better now. Let's put it
Oh,
that way.
fair. Yeah.
Good Lord,
This-
dude.
Like this episode's
me
actually
too.
when I came in fully.
It is,
Like,
yeah.
because I did I did the acoustic rendition at the end of each episode. But in terms of me doing some actual compositional work, like episode 3, they wanted more like guitars and I guess like drums and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can provide whatever you need. And it was really fun, like doing this, like some of my favorite memories. So
That's
Yeah.
right. All right, now we've got Silver.
Episode
4.
4. Yep. Because I think with this one, you really wanted that specific Chow. That one in particular.
I
You
created
showed me
it.
Picture references of it. Yes.
I actually created it in the it's like a Chow World 3D model I wanted to
yes,
find the right, like the exact shades and like the right form that would really complement Silver well.
Yeah.
And so this is what we wound up, coming up with.
yeah, like teal and white, like Chaos Chow.
Yeah, kind of similar to that. But I didn't
Kind of
want
similar.
to do. I didn't want to do a Chaos Chow. I wanted something that's a little bit more unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks phenomenal.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, like it was. I don't really get the chance to draw Silver often. So putting this together was a lot of fun. I had so much fun with his psycho needs. You know what? Actually, this is let's see. We should because I know we got to be a little bit quick, but just a quick story with this one. So like when we were recording with Pete Capella, the voice of Silver in 06, and he surprised his role for Silver in the show. When I was writing it, I found out I was like, because like I've always really kind of been into My Hero Academia for years before we even started working on this, and I found out that Silver had a move I think he probably used in Rivals or something like that called Psycho Smash, and so it's so cool on My Hero Academia is that they have the character All Might or Deku that they say like something Smash, so like Destroy Smash or United States of Smash or just St. Louis Smash, something like that. I was able to have Silver sort of yell at a power move, and that was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, that turned out really cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, like in putting that on there, but Pete, God, he just killed it. He just came in there and just wiped the floor with the whole script. He did such a good job.
Personally, you know what I remember? I remember when we were recording with Pete, I remember Trey awkwardly joining the call on accident.
I remember that. You were recording.
Dude, it was thankfully like I wish it was recorded because that would have been a funny blooper, but it wasn't.
I wish.
What happened is that they were in a call, and I saw that like I think it was just you two. Like I didn't even
No,
see.
Pete was there.
Pete was there. Okay.
Yeah, he was
well,
there.
Literally, I just saw you two, and I was like, oh, I guess they're just talking about some stuff, and I joined, and I was like, hey, and Emmy was like,
Hey?
hi, like, Trey, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, what do you mean? What am I doing here? And she's like, we're kind of in the middle of recording, and like, they didn't see my face, but I just got bloodshot, and I was like, I am so sorry. Like, I thought I ruined like a perfect take or something, and I was like, I'll leave. And I think y'all said something along the lines of like, oh, we can talk later and everything, but I was like, I'm too distraught. I gotta, I'm too embarrassed. But yeah, no,
Pete thought it was funny
at that point yet.
Yeah, and then and now I've met Pete in person for Sonic Revolution just this past year, and he's super sweet and everything. And I don't think that even came up, thankfully. Like I don't think he remembers, so that was good. So yeah.
Let's go.
Now
All right.
he will. Now he'll know.
I'm gonna bring it up to him and be like, dude, you should next time you come over to hang out, bring it up to Trey, please.
I'm just gonna put on my clown makeup in the process,
Oh no.
Anyways.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Yes, I remember this. I actually made this at school at the time, and so let's see. Only thing I can think of is that I just met Okandu-san at the time. If y'all don't know who that is in the chat, that is the guy that is responsible for the awesome dynamic poses that you see in Sonic Adventure. He did some really dope art for just classic Sonic stuff for something at the time, mostly from the Sonic 3D Blast Japanese manual art. When it came time to do Sonic Adventure, there was a bit of a contest to see who could get the look, basically. And so, while Yukawa-san was good with his overall rendering of the character, they loved his free-formed, flowy art style, and they pretty much merged the two together with Yukawa-san basically taking the helm of character designer for Sonic Adventure, and that's how that became a thing. There was an article that came out at the time with it, and I got to, online of course, but I got to meet him, and we were really having some awesome conversations, sharing art, and talking about stuff like he loves TLC and old school hip hop and whatever. So I thought it would be really cool to put his name on Tails' scarf to kind of crystallize his or immortalize rather his time with Sonic Adventure, being instrumental to that process.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think that was a great move. This also was not only the episode 5 art, but it was also the Christmas card art.
That's
right.
true. That's
Yes.
right.
We don't. I don't think we have that in here, but we actually, for a limited time during that holiday. I know we should have shown that off. For a limited time, because I'm a sucker for Christmas, so I wanted Christmas specials. So we actually sent out Sonic and Tails are themed Christmas cards, and it was an alternate version of this artwork, where they're smiling at the camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I put a little note, and put. I don't think anyone else pointed it out, but I also threw in some Christmas sticker sheets and just Merry Christmas. It was nice. I still have a giant stack of them.
Really?
I
Oh,
sure
nice.
do.
Oh, cool. Really?
Yeah, just for
Right on.
just in case. Just in case for some reason, I don't want to ever not have it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the big 6.
The big one.
Everyone's favorite episode.
The big one. Yeah, pretty much.
Bro, it's my favorite episode as well, to work on. This is when I started to get, I guess, in terms of, composition, way more, I guess, just creative control, and I don't even know if that's the correct word, because it would be a thing where you would, give me, suggestions for what to be in the scene, and I would, kind of create accordingly and then change what needed to be, but, this was a good one. This was super fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. This one was a really, really fun episode to do. Remember, we were on hiatus for a minute after episode 5.
We were actually.
We wanted to kind of take a minute.
Yeah. Because episode 5 was how that got made.
Oh, believe me, we'll get into that.
We'll get to it, but not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah,
I'll take a little while. Yeah.
But with this one, good lord, the dynamic between Sonic and Shadow really inspired this one, because I really wanted to, that Sonic and episode 6 was written 6 or 7 times.
Yep. Yep.
Because
we were both really picky.
Yeah, totally. Because it's so easy to get Shadow wrong, and
right.
I really had to really work hard to make sure that this was working, and EmuEmi was super helpful with the characterization stuff to make sure that he was in character, and
thank you.
Oh, of course. Yeah, like seriously, like it was a huge help because like one of the things I really wanted to do with the show, honestly, was in the writing was do stuff with the characters that we just never really got to see ever, and you even see this a little bit more with Shadow's smile because we don't see that, and like
Hmm.
what's so cool about Sonic and Shadow's dynamic in Sonic Adventure 2 is just that like Shadow in more ways than none is like he's another Sonic basically. Like he's just as charismatic and he's just as cool. He's not very dark and brooding. That aspect of him is more so circumstantial than it is just a complete and inarguable like just part of his very nature as a character. Like he just like if he didn't deal with this situation with the Ark and Mario and whatever, he would probably be just like Sonic in a lot of ways. So matching that energy that you Ryan that you bring to the role, it was fun being able to put that camaraderie between these two characters in this piece of art. And Ketrin, as usual, killed it with her final rendering of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. It turned out great.
Yeah, thanks.
Of course. Let's go ahead and move on to
Yes.
episode 7.
Episode 7, yes.
This one was pretty big too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because what happened is I got written away.
For
And
episode 6?
so I got written to go somewhere else. Yeah, you gotta go somewhere. I understand what people want. I'm fine. I'll let you guys have fun. I'll go get the tornado. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
But then, when it came to this script, I recorded like 127 lines. Good lord.
Yeah. You almost like made up for lost time.
I
what
did.
You didn't do in episode 6. Yeah.
You came back to me with the script. You were just like, "Are you trying to kill me?" I'm like, "No, like it's the Tails episode." With this one, it's his big moment. It's just like so. I thought it'd be cool to draw him in this one, like in this moment. But like there are actually a few of these in the collection that we got here, where there's one with him smiling, kind of like this, kind of being his like. He's coming into his own kind of moment because we didn't want to have Tails regress as a character with him, learning all the stuff he did in Adventure and then Adventure 2. We wanted to make it where this is like his natural conclusion from a character development perspective from Sonic Adventure 2, where his whole thing is like trying to follow so hard in Sonic's footsteps, as like he tries to come into his own to become his own hero. And what he essentially learns is that, depending on other people and asking for help, and not being on top of everything 100% of the time, doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you are a person that's always in need of saving and rescuing and things of that nature. He really learns that in this episode, and this art here was supposed to be a showing of that with that smile, with that realization. But I thought that it really didn't capture the dread of fighting Eggman in this episode.
Yep.
So there were a few others that were there.
Yep, we have this one.
So like that one. Yeah, like that one. Yeah, that one with the with his his angry face.
The angry face and then the
Then we got the
frown.
The one that we ended up going
That
with.
was the final
we ended
one.
up going with that one.
Yeah, that one's like, because it's like a more natural expression, I guess, for how Tails would react to this. So.
Yeah, totally. Like it's a very serious moment.
Yes. Completely agreed.
Yeah. So that came out cool.
Yeah. And again, Ketrin killed it on that final feast.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
All right.
Fantastic.
Moving on to episode 8 with Tikal.
Yay! The episode where Sonic and Tails die.
We killed him!
I love how like that's a meme where it's just like Sonic dies at the end, but with us it's just like, well, I mean, if you want to get technical, I guess. I love this
like Ryan.
rendition, though.
Okay.
It's so good. Oh, I was just saying,
the
I love.
art.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, thanks, man. Like again, like I feel like we should just preface like every sketch we look at from this point on, just saying Ketrin killed it because
Yeah, obviously.
she just like my God, like. But it's you know what, it's funny. Tikal's Tikal actually has the same chow that Silver was held on to at the end of the episode.
That's right.
Over. Yeah.
Yeah. But with this one, yeah, once I have Tikal have a reveal, but I didn't want to have it where she's just like front and center. Just gonna have it where she's kind of hidden. With a bunch of chow in a big chow garden, because you know, like Emmy loves the chow and loves chow gardens, and
yes.
I wanted to try to see if we can put that into this episode when writing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one came out really great. You know, real quick before we kind of go on to the next one, Ryan, did you have any? I'm curious, like, did you have any thoughts when you were looking at the script for episode 7, and I think kind of borderline 8, where it was kind of clear that we killed Sonic and Tails, so to speak?
Yeah, I remember it kind of caught me off guard, but I trusted you guys. We were knee deep into the series, and I thought they know what they're doing.
Thanks.
I hope
it's coming out.
I hope.
Yeah.
He's like I'm still alive, right? It's like
the guy was just gonna end now. That's
this
so
is
funny.
A dream sequence or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Really quickly, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but DIY Arts posted a super sticker for $10 with a thank you. Thank you so much, DIY Arts. I really appreciate it.
DIY.
Absolutely. I think there was a super chat right before theirs as well. From, I don't know if you've already said it, from Rakunuki Support Group?
I don't think I see that one. Can you read that one for me?
Yes, I can. $10 in the super chat. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I guess the question, or more so they're just curious, is like, I'm really curious if Ryan and Jason ever go to conventions anymore, because it'd be great to be able to personally thank them for all the hard work and passion they put in over the years.
Well,
Ryan definitely goes. Well, yeah, absolutely. I think, like, Ryan, you go to conventions still, like Fan Jam you were recently at.
Yeah. So if Rakunuki, if you have a convention that's near you or something that would be appropriate for me to attend, let me know, and I'll have my people contact their people.
No,
yeah,
there you
that
go.
would be great.
I don't know about Jason though. I think Jason doesn't really go to conventions anymore, from what I understand.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I haven't really seen much in terms of his social medias that he's at conventions. So, but Ryan definitely goes, absolutely. So,
yes,
better chance meeting Ryan for sure. But thank you all for the super chats. It really means a lot.
Yeah, there's one more here. It's for $2 by Screaming Sonic, and it's what was it like recording the Scream in episode 7. So I do want to point out, near the end of the panel, we are actually going to be doing a Q&A. So I would, if it's okay, regarding any future super chats, we're not going to be answering questions until we go to the Q&A, but we will answer this one. What was it like doing the Scream, Ryan? Remember the long, crazy scream?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was testing the soundproofing in my home studio.
Yeah.
Nice, perfect.
I do live in an apartment building, so luckily my neighbors all know what I do for a living. So I usually have to send out kind of a group chat to the people who live around me and say, "Okay, I'm going to be screaming here."
I'm okay. Do not call the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Close your ears for the next 5 minutes or so. Gotta get this out. I'm not even recording online. I'm just frustrated.
Yeah. I burnt my burrito.
That is so funny.
I always enjoy
I bit into a hot pocket.
streams and stuff like that. Yeah. Hot pocket. But I always enjoy that because the soundtrack to my life is metal music, and I always really have been fascinated by people who scream for a living. And so anytime I get a chance to throw out a scream and try and do it healthily and correctly, that always is kind of a thrill.
Well, I'm really happy.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm really happy we made it work then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was worth it. Yeah.
So what you're really saying is thank you.
Exactly. Scream my head off.
Like for real, when I was editing the episode, that part was really really cool. Like you all together with that came out perfectly. Loved it for sure.
Yeah, well, we kind of did it where we were purposeful with with Sonic, he sounded as if he was charging up, but with Tails, he's never gone super before, so he was in pain, and you can tell. You can actually tell the distinct difference in our screaming.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, both of us are in pain, but we wanted to make sure that it was more obvious that Tails was, he's not really used to that.
Right, like Sonic's, of course, is the more experienced one out of the two when it comes to this sort of torment with that kind of thing. Also with the super forms thing as well.
Which we will go to that one right here.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I wanted to... Absolutely. By the way, I wanted to point out, I think we missed Angus Han's super chat. I can't see it anymore, sadly. But apparently it is a thing where we did... Yeah, I'm trying to thumb through, in the back, but after a while, if a lot of people are commenting, then...
It does kind of get rid of it, yeah. Thank you so much, Angus.
Yes, I'm very sorry for missing that, and...
sorry about that, dude.
Yeah, if you want to repeat what you were saying in the chat, then I'll be attentive, and then we'll see if we can respond to it accordingly. Yeah, read it aloud. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess you get a fast pass at the front of the line.
That's true. Heck yeah. Let's go. Anyways, the Super Boys. Let's go.
Yes. Let's see. This is another thing indicative of the fact that I watch way too much My Hero Academia. I'm just into people just punching people with just all the gusto.
That's just human nature, actually. It's not even just a My Hero Academia thing. That's just human nature. That's just how. That's just a natural thing to want to see.
Oh, totally. It's great, right? So it's So yeah, so this one was fun. So it wasn't the we'll go into this a little bit later. It wasn't the first time drawing Super Tails, but I wanted to make something where you could see the distinct differences between Sonic and Tails in regards to the super forms. Sonic is, of course, very used to it, free-formed, just business as usual, into it. Tails is very much this is a new animal, so to speak, for him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the reason why that's there. And I think the reason why Sonic's mouth looks like that is because I'm one of those weirdos that loves when Patrick Spazamate or Patrick Spaz or Stephen Butler at the time with the Archie comics would do this a lot. They give Sonic
yes,
weird open
you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I actually never made that connection. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Since I was a kid, I've just loved how that looked. I haven't really met a single person that hasn't hated it, but hated how it was done in the comics because they try to make it look three-dimensional with these very 2D looking characters, and it can look kind of strange. But yeah, I just had to throw it in there because it wasn't going to be on the final, so I was like, the concept art could be in there.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, though. Because we do have more super-related stuff in here, so we can go into that.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I totally forgot about that. But this one, quick thing on this one. This one's just supposed to be showing the ultimate growth between Sonic and Tails. It's kind of showing that through this experience, Tails has grown into his own man. He is a hero in his own right, has gone super for the first time, and in a way, he's on a level with Sonic, which I wanted to give Tails his own rendition of the Nike smile.
Yes.
Nice.
To compliment that, yeah. And Sonic, of course, being so proud. They're
sure.
partners now.
All right.
Absolutely. By the way, Angus finally let us know what they were saying, and they said, glad I could make it to the stream, and thank you all for your work. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Angus.
And
Thank you.
Thanks, Angus.
thank you for the undisclosed amount, because I don't know how much you gave, but thank you.
It's $1
regardless.
million.
It's $1 million.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
How generous. Can we split it?
This is going to the Chrome Fridge Fund.
Can we split it?
Nah, bro, that's for me. I live in California. In order to get a house, it'll take precisely that exact amount.
I live in California too, so we're in the same boat here. We're the same boat here, bro.
Well, I've got I've got an established family and everything. I don't know.
So just because I'm alone means that my life doesn't mean as much? I guess, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, the $1 million for half of the Chrome Fridge. Thank you.
Sure.
It. Yeah. God.
Pay for rent for like a year and a half.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right. Barely though. You have to eat ramen or something.
Right. Like it's just rent. It's nothing else. It's only for the rent.
It's just
Right.
rent. Yeah, it's just rent. Yeah, exactly. Or mortgage. Yeah. Man, I thought I was loved here.
Supersonic though.
Supersonic. Yeah. Whatever.
So this was a concept art that was done for Supersonic. I was very particular about the fact that Sonic spikes need to look exactly like shadows for reasons that we will go into at a different time, but there are reasons for that. And
should I move on to Tails?
Yeah, but we can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
All
we
right.
can move on to Tails. There we go. There is Super Tails. There's differences. To make this one, I basically had to look at Supersonic. I looked at and Emmy, you're going to be so very proud. So I looked at Supersonic and Sonic X in order to kind of get.
I'm incredibly proud. You didn't even have to finish that sentence. All I heard was Sonic X.
I noticed Sonic's differences in Sonic because they're just more distinct in Sonic X than really anything else. It looks like an entirely different character, and so let me see. So I noticed that his chest is more puffed out, so he's stronger. His spikes obviously are longer and more and pointed upwards. And his eyes also changed too. His eyes look way more intense. So that's kind of what I wanted to give Tails. I wanted to give Tails this look where, just looking at him, it looks like he's about to just bulldoze right over you, just looking at him. But he's not even showing any particular
wreck
expression.
anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love it.
And then I think I told you, regarding the eyes, I think I told you, oh, please don't just give him red eyes. I swear to God.
Yeah.
So,
you wanted the orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
In order to reference, Sonic X's Supersonic.
Yep.
Nice.
Right. Yep. Oh, and also too, there's just one more. I know we already moved on from him, but one more thing with the well, you know what? With Supersonic is that. His spikes are pointed up that way not only because it's a shadow reference, but also to be a direct thing from Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2, with how they used to handle his spikes back then.
I love that. I prefer those supersonic spikes, so it turned out great.
Me too.
All
Thanks.
right.
But ESA1 spikes?
And here's the full one with Super Tails.
Okay, this is the first ever drawing of Super Tails ever. I remember we were actually working on, I believe it was episode 4, I think it was. And because we were going over what the ending and stuff needed to be, because we knew that we wanted them to have super forms and play with the idea of a Super Tails at the end, but we just never really knew what it looked like. So I had some downtime when creating episode 4, editing it rather, and I made that and sent it to you, Emmy, and you flipped when I sent this over to you.
I was very pleased. I love it so much.
Thanks, it came out good.
Yeah. All right.
This one, so this was a sketch that Ketrin sent in. When we were getting ready to do episode 9's art, and one of the things I wanted to try to do was replicate that golden look that Sonic had as Supersonic in Sonic Adventure. Wait, because he has that in Adventure 2. Yeah,
Yes.
I think he does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, great. So I was trying to replicate that goldness in it, but it just didn't really come out the way that we really
That's
wanted
fair.
to.
Yeah, I'm also partial to the gold. The gold, I guess fur. You could call it fur supersonic, but sometimes,
Gotcha.
Executions and everything. It's
Yeah. We tried.
We tried. The important thing is that we tried. Again, like we have to know if something works or not. At least you try. That isn't even me being condescending. That's just me.
That's true. It's true. Like they're not always going to be hits, so it's all good. So with this one, this was last minute because we got the art back and it was fantastic, and I was like, we gotta do more with this. And he's like, but we gotta go on with the rest of the episode. I'm like, no, it's gonna be great. Like, we should totally have the aura look like Sonic X or something like that. And this was a test that I did, and I think I sent this to Ketrin to see if we could get that. And of course, she killed it.
Yep.
So you know what? Actually, too, the aura that you guys hear in episode 9 and I think 10 with the super forms is supposed to replicate the one from Sonic X. So there's that.
That's right.
Nice. Okay. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That let's see. This one. So I sent this to you, Emmy, to do like for the like as a pitch. Yeah, this was supposed to be a pitch for what the cover would be for Fly With Me.
That's right.
But you wanted to do just something else entirely instead of doing something that looked like a traditional album cover.
Right. Yeah.
Mostly. Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. That's the Egadora.
Oh, Egadora! I've never seen this before. I've seen everything else before,
Really?
but I haven't seen
What?
it. No, you never sent it to me. Like I've seen everything else that has been posted, but I don't think this was posted in the server that we had.
Oh, okay.
So. No, I uploaded this to my Instagram. Like this was just a personal one that I had.
Oh,
well, no, it wasn't because I need to send this over to his username is escaping me right now at the moment.
Hut?
Yes, Hut.
Hutterburger, yeah.
I was gonna say hats because I'm ridiculous. Like, yeah, okay. So like, when we were working on that, he needed a look for the Egadora, and like I had to hurry up and figure out what this thing looked like and try to get it rolling. It was inspired off of the three-headed dragon that was not used in Sonic Adventure.
Yes, for the Sky Chase, right?
That's right.
Like yes. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it's huge. So that little tiny speck of a character that's like right by the lower one and the tail, like in that little space, that's Supersonic. Like that's how small he and Tails were compared to this thing.
Oh, you can see it. Oh,
yeah, you can see him, little tiny boy.
Little guy.
Just a little guy. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on.
So this one was Ryan. I sent this to you, and this was just because just really appreciated just you being in the show with us, and we were winding down to the final episode, and this was it was just I really wanted to make this to just be like, man, like just everything that you do to use inspiration for me as a kid and as an adult, and I made something because I knew that you loved like rock and metal and stuff, so I thought something that kind of like echoed that kind of approach and attitude or something towards Sonic would be great. So yeah,
love
that went into. Thanks. Yeah, so like that one was Ryan's, and I made one for I made one for Emmy because it was like so few Ryan's. And then she was gonna make for Ryan. It was like, I want one. I was like, okay, I'll make you one.
I was like, what the heck? Give me one.
Like Give me it now. Why am I being excluded? Come on.
So I gladly made one for Emmy. So there's Super Tails. All right, for the final battle, and there's the one I made for Mike for Dr. Eggman.
That's sick. Oh man, that's super
Yeah.
cool. I like that a lot.
Thanks. Like this was really fun. This one was so much fun to make. 'Cause I never get to draw Eggman all that often. So this was like him for the final battle. As you can see, like all of the Emerald's power. Because like in my mind, he's piloting that thing, but all of the Emeralds are like under his seat. So it just has this really cool, dark but like vibrant lighting effect under there.
That's super sick. I love it.
Yeah, that's my favorite right there.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Thanks. Oh man. Oh, I forgot about this one. That was that was because I think God, did I make this? I had to have made this after the episode was over because everything was just insane at the time.
Cool.
Thanks. Like with this one, you know what? This is okay. I know what moment this is in the show. This was when Sonic and Tails shattered all of the emeralds and then reformed all of them back together. Then they got their super forms back.
Yep.
That was that moment there. Yes.
That's so beautiful.
And thank you. And you ended up using this for Fly With Me.
I did.
Actual,
yes.
Yeah.
I thought
Like
this one was more fitting. I don't know what it was. It just felt right.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, that one came out cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Thanks.
it. Oh, some more
And
wallpaper stuff. I remember this.
Yeah, we did these wallpapers for our Sonic Revolution panel.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Because it was the first anniversary of Sonic and Tails R. Because that was in June of that year.
Yep.
And yeah, this was the second one of wallpaper because I think we had like stuff for the phone and stuff for the desktop and stuff like that. And so this one I had never done lineless artwork before, at least not competently. So
remember when you sent them to me and I was just like,
Yeah.
what? Why have you never used this before? Do
It's
this!
like, what kind of hidden talent are you hiding from us, man? Like, what is going on?
She flipped. She flipped when she saw this. She was just like, "Are you like, why? How did
Like,
you get this
I'm not even
before?"
joking. Like, this kind of lineless, almost pastel-esque like design is like Emmy's aesthetic, like
Yeah.
almost through. Like, this is like perfect, and the fact that you did this on a whim, just because like let's just test it. It's like, dude, it looks phenomenal. It looks good.
Thank you. And of course, Sonic and Tails were both holding the emeralds that each of them made.
Right.
For the other one, which is great in full circle because when the show first started out, in regards to it being announced, they both were holding the emeralds that they made for the other, or made with the other one.
Yes.
And yeah, and that's I believe that's all of them.
I think you might be right. That is the final concept piece. So let me go ahead and turn this off.
Cool.
PDF concept. Alrighty. Let's see what's next on our agenda. Let's go ahead and so we actually have a pilot, and it's essentially back when we were trying to get all of this sorted out. Doryan sat down, took everything that we had recorded at the time, and essentially just sort of created what was a test. To be like, okay, can we realistically, like, this is sort of the test to kind of get an idea of what these episodes are going to sound like as a whole.
Yeah, and I foolishly thought that we could make this whole show in GarageBand.
I will point out right now, the music used, these were test pieces. They were obviously not used for the final pieces. What we would do sometimes is we would, slap on a song or whatever just to kind of get a feel for, like, the general vibe we were going for. So that's just what's here. Obviously, again, not the final stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you guys do not mind muting your mics so
Sure.
I can let this play.
Now?
Yep, right now.
All right, let's roll.
Sonic and Tails R pilot test 1. Sonic & Tails R Pilot Test 1.
Your defenses can only protect you for so long, Tails. Tell me where Sonic is now. You can't hide in that workshop of yours forever.
Eggman! Up here!
Yeah! Phase 1 complete.
What do you want with Sonic?
Isn't it obvious? To destroy him. Hence the missiles. Fire! TVs! Shields!
Good job, Eggman! Now I can do this!
If you think that you can make a fool out of me, you'll just make a fool out of yourself! Ready for round 2?
Oh, yeah! This could be fun!
Aha! Finally! Phase 2 complete.
Go home, Eggman. Trust me, you don't want any of this.
Oh, but I do, you annoying little hedgehog! Commence Gamma Formation X!
That's a lot of guns. Don't suppose they're fast enough to catch me.
Only one way to find out.
You complete me.
Fire!
Woohoo! Nearly caught me that time.
Alrighty, you guys can go ahead and unmute.
And we're back.
And we're back. Okay, so listening to it again, it reminds me of that line that I made you get rid of because I hated it. It was the one where Sonic's like, you don't want any of this. I was just like, don't ever write Sonic saying that. Don't ever do that again. I
thought it was cool. I was like,
I did not think it was cool. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, don't have him say that. No.
It's like, yo, you can't even touch this.
As you can see, I changed that.
Oh, I saw it. Oh, it's like, but yeah, well, I mean, because that pretty much happened to, like, a lot through the show. So, like, there were a lot of times I had so many weird ideas that you had to, like, write in a lot of the time, because the characterization was off sometimes, with things I wanted to do with the characters at some point. But yeah, I remember that line, like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever, and then you just like, this is so stupid. So big of saying that.
I just,
team.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we're good friends too. You know, like it wouldn't be like Doryan going, but like, oh, come on.
Right. I'm just like, you know what? Like it's either this or I walk, like that kind of crap. Like it just. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is really a thing where like. Yeah, like it's really a thing where like we really do have that openness, which is kind of be like this sucks or this doesn't sound good. For the love of God, just please don't. Because I remember, because I'm trying to think of like if there was another time where there was another reference that you saw and you were just like, please.
Oh, there's been a few times where I'm like, no, take that out.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember like what any of them would be at the moment, but that pretty much colored that though. But yeah, that was the pilot. Like it's I think I remember like I think I remember putting in the Sonic X music on there. I think that was a Supersonic song. I think because that's the kind of vibe I think we were trying to get with this one, where it felt like that show, like a Sonic show, you know, like the OST for that series really put that together well, and also just kind of scratched, so it's not like there was too much thought put into it, but yeah, it was fun to make, and really, really, really difficult, because again, like a fool, I was like, no, we can totally do this in GarageBand. It'll work on this dinged up like MacBook Pro. We can totally do it. It's fine.
GarageBand isn't that bad. Come on, but no, it's funny.
Oh, it's great. Just like an updated version of it, not like the weird.
Oh, you had fair. Okay.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, like it certainly was not ideal.
Fair enough. Yeah. What's next on the agenda?
Next on the agenda is we're gonna go through the bloopers.
Yes.
So we actually are gonna do that. Go ahead and give me 1 second. Boom.
Are you sharing the screen with this one?
Let me actually do that. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
From something it bothered me that I don't remember.
Here we go.
Cool.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Sonic,
Yeah?
what should we do?
I'm working on it.
Okay, let's start playing the game.
Yeah?
Not you. You stay.
Tails, help me.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna point this out right now. So, that singing right there, was me at the beginning of episode 2. I was trying to get my gain right to make sure that levels and everything, it was all good. And I did that little singing bit while trying to, adjust my levels.
However, the instability of the form seems to have disabled its natural limiters.
What do you mean? Okay.
My favorite one.
Take this! Whoa, that's already loud. Hang on. Backing off there.
It was very loud.
Everybody! Look at me!
If
It
you
was
have,
like, it was like peaking.
it's literally peaking if you have headphones on.
We're looking for the chaos
I love
emeralds.
Mike, dude.
We're looking for the chaos emeralds.
They're slower than last time. They gotta be on their toes if they want to catch me. A massive police helicopter blocks the path.
All right, we have to
So-
provide context.
Okay, so basically, so like I would, God, there's so many typos with those scripts, but like, when they were recording, the way I write is that I'll put the character's name at the top, and then we'll just sing at the bottom. But I forgot to put the space between Sonic and the rest of his lines with a comma instead. It sounded like he was speaking. He was saying what was happening in the script as it was being described.
And we thought it was funny, so Ryan just recorded it.
Oh man.
All right.
Those are power conduits.
Cool.
God.
Those are power conduits flowing with the emerald's energy. I hate this line. They added some upgrades too. This emerald will activate the propulsion. What the?
I hate saying big words. I hate it, and I'm playing a smart fox.
You hated it when, like, okay, you like, all right, like, so I don't know if y'all know this. Okay, so like, real quick story. Like, so Amy and I met doing a Sonic project together. It was a time I was doing like the very first rendition of what was supposed to be Sonic Prologue 2, and you had to say hieroglyphics.
I couldn't say it. I kept messing up and saying graphics.
Graphics? Bro, your mind's always on one thing, and one thing only.
What do you mean?
Griffiths? Nothing. No, never mind.
You said like you kept saying like, oh god, I still have them somewhere.
Hieroglyphics. I think I literally said hieroglyphics.
Yeah, like,
or grifflicks. I said both. I really. Ugh.
Oh, it was beautiful. And it's just like,
I would constantly be like, okay, I'm sorry, one more time. How do you pronounce it? Like, say it again.
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
I was like, okay.
Now
it's
hieroglyphics. Yeah, that's a thing where I don't even know now. Is it?
Yeah, like that. But yeah, that was that.
So, here's
so
Sonic and
funny.
Tails are, where I have to say a bunch of big words, and you get a lot of bloopers. So let's go ahead and continue.
Huh? What's up?
So let's go ahead.
Yeah, that was great. Huh? What's up? Okay, here we go. What's up?
I don't know, but those are a lot of squad
Love
cars.
music.
Those are a lot of squad cars. Those are a lot of squad cars. it anymore. Please just pick a damn one.
The reason why I struggled on this is because I'm just trying to say, oh, those are a lot of squad cars. But every time I kept delivering it, all I could hear in my head is, that tornado's carrying a car! And I'm just like, don't do that! Like, I don't want the tornado dialect. So I just, every time it came out, I'm like, no. Okay, whatever. I'm leaving it to chance. Doryan, pick one,
That's
please.
awesome.
Yeah,
I did not know
just
that.
pick one that's decent. Yeah, that makes sense. That's so funny.
That's
Oh my
why.
God.
That's why, I had so many takes.
Oh my god! Like
That tornado's carrying a car.
what's so funny, what's so funny is that you could actually have like a full video of Emmy's like just miscellaneous just takes or whatever, just like because you would record them like as. Okay, so it wasn't a situation where like you would just record and have a session and slice them all up. Like I would hear the whole thing. It's like
Right.
It's great.
That tornado was carrying a lot of squad cars.
That tornado's carrying a lot of squad cars.
Just combine the two. Just
I have to.
that is hilarious.
Hey, you guys, before we head on, I hate to have to leave right in the middle of the bloopers. It's my favorite part, but I actually have to go to the studio. So,
Oh man.
Oh, good.
so but if you shop at Home Depot next Christmas and you find a surfing Santa, that's what I'm going to right now. So next Christmas, look for the surfing Santa at Home Depot, and you'll be like, I remember when Ryan left the Sonic & Tails R thing to go record that.
Right on. Dude. That's cool.
Yeah, do your work, man. Like, we're glad to have you here, to have you on. Like, it was an honor. Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for having me, and everybody, thanks for showing up tonight and supporting the series and supporting Emmy and Doryan and Trey and all the hard work they do. You guys would not believe the hours that go into making this series for you guys' enjoyment. So we really appreciate it that you support them, and let's do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure. Thank you, Ryan.
All right, guys, have fun. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, Ryan.
Later on, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's go ahead and continue.
Oh man, oh crap. Okay. Oh
love that
man, finally something to do. Let's go check it out.
Enough talking. Let's get started. Sonic. Oh, that's a common.
I did it again.
Buddy.
I did it again.
Okay, one more batch. Here we go.
God.
Come on, Froggy.
I was really amped up.
Speaking of Froggy, that was Little Froggy. Once more.
I love that. It was a blast with it.
It's no use, Sonic. Whoa, chill out, Silver. It's me, Sonic. You can't sneak up on me like that. My bad. No. Okay.
Nope.
Bad. Good reflexes.
So good.
No doubt that Egghead's holding the emeralds somewhere here. Or here somewhere.
Both.
Oh,
Both
come
of 'em.
on. Cut me some slack.
Both of 'em.
This plan's gonna work.
Remember
And
this.
if it doesn't, then I'll come up with something else. When fast thinking is of the essence, I'm the essence of fast thinking, don't you know?
You really get on my nerves. Let's get this over with.
See, it works.
As if you had to ask. Chill out, Shadow. Eggman's not even... Eggman?
Eggman?
His name is Carl Eggman. Okay.
Poor boy. We all have to learn this lesson. Hello, one more time. Poor Bob. Line. I am Dr. Ivor. Save that for the trailer.
How do I gasp like a boy?
God. I
Stop
struggled.
losing focus. The entire world is at stake. Oh, you right.
That was so much
amazing.
fun.
That
Yeah,
was
we had a
great.
lot of fun reading the script with Jason.
Yeah, yeah, we really did. You know, it was actually funny. Like we were in the middle of recording, and I think we were at the part with because we were okay. So it was at the part where Sonic and Shadow were interacting with each other, and so I just did the part of the part of Sonic so that Jason had something to go off of. And
That's
at one
right.
point he was like, "Do you just want me to do them both?" We're like,
Yes.
Please?
Please? Like, yes. What am I
And,
gonna do,
yeah,
say
and he
no?
replied like, what kind of monster?
Say
would sit there and be
nuh-uh.
like,
No.
like,
Well,
no,
yeah, that's why at
okay.
the end I was like, so, like, just want to ask, is all of that recorded? Please?
Yeah, and it was so cool to put that into the bloopers because it's supposed to throw people off guard. It's kind of be like, wait, what? Like, huh?
Huh?
Like what? Jason did that, huh?
Okay, and
Yeah.
regarding the gasps, it was a thing where I was doing the haws to then take a deep breath and try a gasp, and so I was trying to get in the mode of like, huh, you know, and in the midst of that, I kept trying to gasp, and I realized there's nothing I can do to my voice to make me gasp differently, and so like I was struggling, so I sat there and tried to figure out how to gasp like a boy for like 10 minutes, and then I realized, wait, you can't, like. You can't. It's breath.
Because you're just breathing in, so it's just like
That's
you can't
it.
really like manipulate that much.
Yeah. And seriously, like shout out to Crump, dude. Awesome
Yes.
awesome artwork and animatics, and as usual, dude's killing it out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you're
Did
gonna-
fantastic on this.
For sure, yeah. Like they have, like so, yeah. The bloopers, yeah. The bloopers are great. It's cool because the bloopers are actually something that was planned like way before
later?
a lot of this.
Well, I
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much. I actually told Doryan, literally during our very first recording session, I said, by the way, when all of this is said and done, I want to do like bloopers. I want, like, if we mess up or whatever, I think it'd be really funny. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's a nice experience to, like, you have the show and then you get to kind of see the behind the scenes. So I was
Oh, for sure.
so I was very adamant on that, like, from the beginning. Like, this is what I want. So I'm really happy that we wound up doing it.
Absolutely.
Same, for sure. Like it came out really, really good, and I love that everyone loved it. It's really,
Me
really
too. I gotta say right now, thank you guys so much for the love on this bloopers animatic in particular. Right now, we are sitting at 1.8 million views.
That is nuts. That's like insane.
That is
to look
actually,
at.
it's my highest viewed video on this channel, and I just want to say, like, thank you guys so much for, your
Right
support.
on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're really happy you like it.
Yep,
Oh yeah, for sure.
for sure, man. God.
All right. With that, should we? I don't know if you saw. Do we want to talk about stories yeah, we can. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead for like the next maybe 5 or so minutes. Maybe 10. We'll be sharing just some kind of behind the scenes. We've already been kind of doing that.
Right.
But stick around because after that we'll be showing off a really cool video. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so where do we start? Let's see. I guess we can get into like. Okay, well, I guess we can all go with like just something insane that happened. So crazy insane thing. Story. Here's the story. Okay. This was during the creation of episode 5. So yeah, you know what, Trey? I think you were alluding to this earlier too.
Yeah, but I wanted to save it for whenever we had more time.
Yes.
All that stuff. So.
Yes. So I'm making episode 5, and it's all like it's pretty much done, right? Because we would have the rough cut version of it, and then we would send it off to the composer. In a lot of cases, like was Trey, especially for the second half of the show, and then it would get sent back to me, where I would do the final editing for the episode. So, so I'm making it, and I'm playing with Emmy on Discord, and she's just like, "Where's the episode? I want to watch it." I'm just like, I'm working on it, and like, like,
come on, where is it?
and it's like I
To be fair, again, we're very close friends. We can be like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm like, Doryan, where is it?
Like, she's like, give me the episode. Like, oh my god! So I
Give
took
it to me.
I took a picture of the entire project file with all
That's
the
right.
lines and all the stuff in there, and it was pretty much done. And so I go away for a little while, and I come back, and I'm like, the episode's gone, and she's like, yeah, like
That's funny.
Serious, like,
Yeah.
it's not here, and she's like, it's not funny, Dory, and I'm like, no, it's not here. Like, I'm so serious, it's gone.
It just pooped. It just. Yeah,
well, I mean, what happened was I was working on it, and then all of a sudden, I think that just certain character lines and sound effects just started missing all of a sudden. I'm like, and my computer couldn't locate any of the files that were there because everything was supposed to be live. And I'm just like, what is happening with this? And I tried to restart the program. I restarted the program, and more stuff was gone. I'm like, what is going on here, dude?
Oh.
And my computer just crashed completely.
Some hater hacked into the mainframe. Like, this isn't SA3. It just started deleting stuff.
Well, I mean, you would think, because like what sucked is that my computer wasn't broken. Like, it just killed the project basically that I was working on. And
yeah, and I was just like, well, what are we supposed to do? Because like Doryan was like, well, you know, we'll just upload it like a day or two later, and I'm like, we can't, like, because we had planned it very close to Christmas Eve. So I'm like, if once it's past Christmas Day, then this whole, like, they're literally, he's wearing a Santa outfit. Like, we can't do that. It's too late. Then, wait till next year. So I'm like, we can't, like, we have to, it's gotta be done. Like, what do we do? Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, right. And so like, I was just like, oh my god. So I had to go take my computer to cause like, now no, this happened at like 2 a.m. So I'm like, so like, I can't even do anything about it at the moment.
We can't even get a good night's rest.
It was awful.
I couldn't sleep that night. I was so anxious.
And and so I go to bed. I wake up the next morning, and I go to my local computer guy. Like, I have a guy who works with my computer stuff. He's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him about what was happening. I was like, what happened? He was like, I don't know, man. It just kind of... It's fine now, though. I was like, well, can I get my stuff back? He's like, well, did you have it backed up? No. He was like, well, no. You cannot get it back, actually.
That was, yeah.
Like, yeah, and at that moment, Sonic and Tails Art's production was strictly on my hard drive completely. No more computer for that. After that time that had happened.
That's right.
So basically, okay, so I'm in a situation. Now, here's something to understand. Christmas is literally, I think it's the next day. I think was Christmas.
Yep.
Literally.
Like a few days before. My family and my girlfriend were having things going on for Christmas, and I had to finish stuff up and I had to make this entire episode from scratch again in less than 24 hours. And like, I don't know how I did it.
But he did it!
I pulled it off.
You did it.
I don't know how I did it. But like,
insane.
I mean, you know, it was so hard to do, and I even think, like, even jokingly, and I think I even did this on a whim. Like, I did that to call animation on there. Yeah, I did that on a whim. I was just like, you know what? Let's add this in there.
That's right, because that was episode 5. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and it's just like, that was like trying to finish that and get all that stuff done and whatever on time. That day was a nightmare because it was terrifying, because we were like, well, we can't miss the date, and the episode, I got to start from scratch to make it all over again. And yeah, we were able to do it, and that's how
crazy.
Christmas was saved, ladies and gentlemen.
Christmas was saved by Doryan. Thank you, Doryan, for saving Christmas. Not
You're
Santa.
Welcome.
It's Doryan.
You're welcome. I can assure you I will not be putting in an application to be Santa. I'm good on all that. Thank you.
Absolutely. We do have one super chat.
That's right, by Glitchy Van. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes. It says, glad I came across the stream. I love this series. I remember that I even managed to imagine how the emeralds reformed thanks to the amazing sound design. That would be Doryan Nelson. Uh,
true.
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, I will make some animation for that for the future. Oh yes, that would be great.
Please.
Oh, that would rule.
We
I
would
want to see
love
it.
that. Yeah.
I want to see it. That looks super dope.
Seeing like all the fan animations for Sonic and Tails are like, it's just it makes me happy personally. It's just so sick seeing everyone
Yes.
else's like interpretation of these scenes. It's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like for sure. Like everyone just came out with some really great pieces of animation, just fan art in general. And also, actually speaking of quick stories, real quick. Just as a quick one, because I know we're trying to speed up a little bit, but it was guys, it was actually Emi's idea to showcase all of the awesome fan art and animations that we've gotten all throughout the production as the credits rolled, as a special thank you to everyone who
It was.
who
support it.
I wanted to be supportive of like all of your guys' art, and I also thought it would be a great like callback to the old credit sequences from like Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2.
Yeah.
And Heroes actually. So yeah, I thought that would be a really cool callback.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
There was a lot of how many more stories do you want to try to do before we move on? Do you think like one more could be fine, or like?
That's up to you, Dorian. Do we have any other? Because I feel like we've touched up on quite a bit. I feel like we've already kind of touched up on a lot of it. But if there's anything that you're remembering.
Let's see. I'll see if I can think of a quick one. Oh yeah, I have one. Oh man.
Okay.
So. Okay.
Ah, shoot!
So
I came up with something. Dang it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, as you guys know, we actually did have Aaron Weber voice one of our cops for episodes 3 and 6. And please, I want to share the backstory that we created for the character.
Please show. Didn't he create the backstory?
No, I created the backstory based off of what
you did.
happened. Okay, so what was his name again? Officer.
Vincent.
Vincent. Thank you.
Yeah.
So. So I we were hanging out, and I'm like, all right, I brought my mic, and let's record, and he does the lines, and he was like, I'm gonna do for one of the lines, I'm gonna do. I hope he never sees this and doesn't get mad at me for telling everybody this, but like, he said I'm gonna do an Australian accent, and then he did the most non-Australian accent.
It wasn't it the like, looky here, Commander, we got 2 speeding hedgehogs now. Is that the one?
Yes, that was the one. And like, I came up with a backstory that Officer Vincent, after getting fired, he decided to live out his lifelong dream of moving to Australia and study animals. That being said, when finding out that he and his comrades were going to be moved to Gun, he, after only being in Australia for like 3 days, decides, you know what, no, my friends need me, like they're my team. So he comes back after 3 days of being in Australia, and he thinks he's picked up an accent.
Yeah, he thinks. Now that is lore that has to be explored in the next game. No, I'm kidding. God, that's so funny.
I love Aaron's Officer Vincent, dude. Like, I loved in episode 3 when he was the most polite police officer.
He was the most laid back. It's like you're in the middle of like a high speed chase where like you're probably like ramming into buildings. And
right.
Like, I forgot what he said. Oh, dang it. I forgot the line.
He said freeze, stop running and pull over. You're under arrest.
It's like freeze.
You're under
stop
arrest.
Stop running and pull over. You're under arrest. And it's like, wow, you seem very oddly calm about this.
It's so great. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yes, I love that. Like, we were talking about that, and I thought that was super funny. Really quickly, though, we've got another $5 in the super chat from DIY art. Again, thank you so much. My favorite episode is episode 6. It inspired my speed draw on the run. That's awesome.
Oh, right.
Yo, heck yeah.
Cool.
People are asking for Officer Vincent's spin-off story.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The DLC.
For April Fools. Maybe.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be funny. Like a comic of Officer Vincent going to Australia for like a day and a half and then coming back. Oh, that would be great.
Well, real quick, I mean, it's just like, I mean, like, it's fine. I mean, it's like, it was, yeah. Like, well, because remember, like, with one of the chapters of Sonic and Tails R Plus, that's supposed to be one of the stories.
Yes.
That is! Oh!
That's one of the stories, yeah. So you will see, Chad, y'all will see that.
You will see it.
You will see Officer Vincent go to Australia for a day and a half.
And thinking he totally picked up an accent. And
Have, like, the thought
his
bubble
friends...
that says, like,
His friends just sort of let him have it. They're like, yeah, all right.
yeah, all right, dude. You have
They
your
love
fun.
him. So.
Yeah, exactly. You should have like the thought bubble that's just like, I think I'm getting the hang of this accent, or something.
Oh my
like
god.
That. Yeah, just to really drive it home. Oh man.
Oh, good lord, that's so funny.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I think with that, I think it's time to show off the cool video. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You say no?
I was like, it's also time to show off the really cool video.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well, alrighty guys, we have some really cool stuff to show you. And if you guys don't mind muting your mics, I will go ahead and get that started.
Cool.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
So I did what you did, believed in myself, and fought anyway.
There was once an argument between the wind and the sun about who is stronger than the other.
When all of the keys have been collected, world conquest will be at hand. Wishes.
Come on! Phew, you're fast. I'm almost impressed.
Sonic, look out!
Hey. Where'd he go?
Sonic! I've got the Chaos Emeralds! We've got to get out of here!
Right.
If the legends are true, you two are my only hope. Please, help me stop my creation.
And we're back. Surprise! Hold on. It's happening, you guys. We are finally doing Sonic and Tails R Season 2! I'm so excited! So happy to finally tell you guys. A while now. We do have a Q&A, yes. Oh, that's so my fault, you guys. I am so sorry. I turned you guys down.
Why did you do that? You trusted you?
Because
Did you not trust us? Did you not want to finish
No.
what happened?
Hold on. Hold on.
God, so wait, were you just reacting to ghosts? Is that it? Is that what's happening?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Okay,
Bro.
now I think they can hear you. That is my fault.
No,
It's literally.
no, season 2. What? I'm so excited. Oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
this is crazy.
Hey, alright.
Oh my god.
It's because I heard like a donation ring happen, and I wanted to try to turn that off to not interrupt the video. I don't think it did, but I, on instinct, was like, oh yeah, turn down the desktop audio. But that obviously turned you guys down. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I guess it's fine. You know, you were just like mute, and now it's like all for naught. I could have just been unmuted this whole time.
I
But it's
actually
okay.
turned it down near the end. I heard the thing go off. I'm like, no. Could you imagine if during the trailer it's like ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
like the
God.
super chat sound? But anyways,
Season 2. Season 2. We're doing it. We are doing it, and I'm so happy. Like it's a thing where we've planned it out for a while at this point, and now it's like we can finally talk about it. And
Finally talk about it. My God.
That's right.
Kind of, but yeah.
well, kind of. Again, like we're gonna keep everything. We don't want to spoil anything, right? So we are gonna do a Q&A at the end, but 80 questions revolving around season 2 won't be answered just because we don't want to spoil anything, obviously. But yeah, dude, like this is nuts. Like this is gonna be insane. Whew.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I guess we'll just take a few minutes for you guys to just pop in questions, and we'll just select a few of them for the rest of the time. And,
that's right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and open that up. If you guys have any questions for us, go ahead and put them in the chat, and we'll answer to the best of our ability. But again, we are going to not share too much in regards to like what we've got planned.
Absolutely. So how do you want to do I guess just any questions that come up, we can just answer accordingly, or?
All right. Well, here's a good one right here. When did you guys, from Punkaroo, when did you guys begin to plan for the season 2?
Wait, I know this. God, dude, we've been planning this since, God, hold on. I know this. This had to be like in jeez, I want to say maybe in the summer. I think it was in the summer.
I think so.
I think it was in the summer, yeah, when we started planning it. Yeah, because it's funny because we were we were just like the whole time we're just like, oh, this is just gonna be a one and done. Is there ever gonna be? And we're like asking ourselves, like, Amy and I were just like, do you think we're gonna do season 2? And we're like, no, it's not gonna happen. There's no.
Well, well, it was also a thing where it's just like season 1, we had a lot of I guess star power, and it was a thing where you wanted to take your chips and leave. You didn't want to overshoot your luck when it came to working with these people or anything like that, right? So it was a season 2 seemed kind of unfeasible, but it's happening. So it is feasible, So we're God, I can't wait.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the it looks super cool, and it's just the other versions that that we had planned beforehand are so different. It's not even funny. It's just oh my goodness, they were completely different types of stories. I think that of the renderings of the stories, I went through about 3 of them before we settled on the one that we have currently right now.
That's right. We had a couple different stories that we kind of went through. And it's one of those things where if your heart's not in it, then we're like, no, it's not going to work. We're kind of not on this. Yep. But then on the, obviously, the one we went through with, that was the one where we were like, yep, All right, we're doing season 2.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, because like it was so funny because we always swore off of it, and I just sent Emmy a message like, "So while I was at work, I had made a synopsis for season 2." You're just like, "Oh my god."
Never.
All right, I'm actually going to go ahead and read a couple super chats. We've got one from Gruff. Thank you so much, Gruff, with $5 in the super chat. At Doryan, after hearing that horror story with your PC and how you came in clutch, I only have one question for you. What's the name of your stand?
Let's see, my stand?
Your stand.
I'm sorry, like, I don't understand, like, it's probably, I don't understand the question. The question, I'm sorry. Is it like a...
I actually am not sure either. I'm not too sure what that means, as well.
A stand.
Yeah, do you mind maybe clarifying? Let's see.
Is it a JoJo reference?
It might be maybe a reference that we're not catching.
Is it? Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Like, I loved JoJo's when I was in college, but I haven't seen too much of it myself. But let me take a look here so I can answer your question. What's a stand? And oh, here we go. Okay, what's my stand? Oh God. To be honest with you, it's my literal drill that I wear from Gurren Lagann. Not even joking.
I know it. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
I'm wearing my drill right now as we speak.
The drill that pierces the heavens, like that one.
Yes.
Heck, dude, Gurren Lagann or Gurren Lagann. Yeah. That's actually my favorite anime. Like, aside from Sonic X, like that's the anime I was like super engrossed in.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and read the next super chat if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
Prime with $5 in the super chat. Thank you so much, Prime. We really appreciate it. First of all, the story you've created here is just amazing and it's very special. What does Sonic and Tails R mean to you and everyone involved?
Ooh.
I mean, personally, it's just really meaningful to me being able to tell stories with these characters in a way that means something to me. I feel like I've sort of struggled with the writing since, around Colors time. And it's been really great being able to, like, I don't know, I guess having something to say about something that I care about a lot, and being able to create stories that are essentially causing the same feeling that stories that I grew up with, like, Sonic X and everything like that, being able to recreate that for other people. And, it's also just something that I get to do with some of my closest friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Trey, you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah. Like, it's kind of the same sentiment for me, but in terms of like the music aspect, it's for me, this is my first time ever doing any kind of like, I guess, dynamic compositional work for like, like something that would be considered, I guess, like a TV show, even though it's a radio drama, like how to like be dynamic and flow with different melodies and key change accordingly, depending on the emotions that the characters are emitting in these scenes, is something that I had to learn. And it's been great learning this in terms of like in this environment, because I'm around people that I trust and around some of my best friends as well. And it's just an honor to work alongside people that I've looked up to or have like been inspired by just in general. Like, it's insane. Like, just the overall, like the genuine aspect of this is something that can't be replaced. And, just very thankful to be part of this at all. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, real quick for me, Sonic, I was talking about my cousin that introduced me to Sonic, and that's something that we've always shared. And Sonic to me was the thing I went to sometimes when life as a child wasn't so great. Brian's like Brian's voice, listening to him as Sonic, and being young, and with my imagination and pretending to be that particular rendition of Sonic, really helped my confidence when I was growing up as a kid. And guys, like, being a Sonic fan can be such a chore because you just have other people that just frankly just do not. I don't know, you seem to get treated like there's like you have a disease, like there's something wrong with you if you are into Sonic in any sort of capacity or whatever. I mean, even got to the point, got to the point where I'm not even exaggerating. When I was in college, for my department, I got banned from drawing like Sonics or doing Sonic projects in college. So like,
that's actually kind of nuts. Not gonna lie. Like, was this in SCAD? Like,
what? Yeah. Yeah,
really?
At my school, at my school I did, at one point, and it's like it was it sucked because this thing is the driving force behind how I do things creatively. Not to say that this is all I draw or that I'm just kind of stuck in this mode, but this is my vehicle for how I explore and how I do other things. And Sonic and Tails has been a great way to just feel vindicated in just all those years of being ostracized and bullied by other people and just been given a hard time and whatever. It's worth it because here I am working with also my closest friends and working with the very people that inspired me to do this stuff in the first place, like Ryan and Mike and Jason and all the people that we worked with here. And it's a huge honor to do that for sure.
For sure, I agree.
Yeah. So great question, Prime. We have $5 in the super chat from I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm so sorry if I do. It's Lee. Will full English subtitles and script be available? I think episode 5 and forward in season 1 are auto captioned. Yes. Season 2 will have full English subtitles.
Yes.
Let me see. Yep, straight from the source. Screaming Sonic with $10 in the super chat. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to get through all these super chats really quick. It was fun being here. I need to get some sleep, but I have one more question. Would you consider having Ryan record some lines for a voice mod in Smash Ultimate? I think that would be cool. I don't really want to ask him to do a whole lot of additional work. He's already doing a lot in regards to, what our team is putting together. Right. If that's something that he wants to do, though, then I think that's something that he should totally do. But I don't want to have him come in, for a recording session for something, else. But I think it's a great idea. I think that'd be fantastic. And, if that's something that he might be passionate about providing, then I think that'd be cool. And I have all of your guys' support. Thank you so much for the super chat in question. Let me make sure if I... Okay, we have a couple more. Speed Force Productions with 5 in the super chat. I've never been this excited about a Sonic fan project in my life. Season 2 is gonna be so cool! I agree.
It's gonna roll.
And then...
It's going to roll.
One more. Xsan with $5 in the super chat. How are you guys so awesome? Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's hard to answer that question because you don't want to come off as
We're just going to say thank you for the compliment.
Thank you for the compliment. Absolutely.
All right, here's a great question from Cookie Star for Doryan. Any plans on continuing the webtoon series of Sonic and Tails R+?
Yep. Just been working on. I mean, honestly, my stuff's been buried with Sonic with season 2 stuff, getting that stuff together. But now that the reveal's kind of done and we've kind of we know where it's going, and we have a lot of the tough constructional, like the harder development parts figured out. I'm pretty much good to kind of go around and do other stuff. It's just not going to be on webtoons. It's just going to be on Twitter for now.
Right.
I think there are some plans to take it to other places, but yeah.
I'm seeing a couple questions in regards to, will we see this character in season 2? I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. We're not gonna tell you. In regards to character appearances, we like that stuff remaining surprises. So, We will see you when those
Absolutely.
episodes drop. So
Yeah. Just be patient. It will be worth it. So just be
it'll be
patient.
worth it. If we ever do announce certain characters, then just stay tuned for like our Twitter accounts. But usually it'll be a surprise.
Let me see what else.
Let's see. I can do one. Let's see. This one's from, and forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Prime, Curon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Emmy, what's about Tails that makes you love it so much? I mean, with all the songs and voice acting you've done in his name, there has to be a lot to love there.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So growing up, automatically, my favorite animal were foxes, and my favorite color was yellow, and my favorite power, when it comes to like any kind of storytelling, was flight. So Tails was the perfect recipe for me to automatically like love him. But then when I played the games and I played the stories, I really like connected with what he had gone through, especially in Sonic Adventure, in particular. Something that I have seen myself do on several occasions is not really see a whole lot of self-worth in myself, but I see that easily in other people, and it will usually be one person in particular, and it would be a thing where I've done it a couple times. Like I remember in Color Guard in high school, I looked up to this one girl, and it was the same thing. Like I had that type of like Sonic and Tail. I want to be just like her. I was a freshman, and she was a senior, so I just feel like I relate with Tails like quite a bit. And on top of that, he's cute. So yeah, I love him. I love him so much. Thank you for the question.
Adorable. Oh, hold on. We have two super chats. We have one for Kooky Star that says, "Guess my super chat got lost in the sea of the others." Oh, our bad.
There's a lot. Sorry.
But they say,
Yeah.
excuse me. But they say, best early birthday gift ever. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Good lord. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. Viola is asking, how many episodes will there be in season 2?
10.
10!
10!
10 episodes, again.
Keep it consistent,
A
fam.
full
Yep.
10 episode season, just like last time.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see what some others. Let's see. What's this? It says, this one's from Here Comes the Boom.
Ooh, that's the guy at Fan Jam who had the cool Sonic and Tails Art shirt.
Oh yeah,
That is.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool, dude.
Oh my god. Nice to see you
It's
here.
really nice to meet you.
Yes.
Nice. Very cool. Okay. So their question is, where did the quote "turn your thoughts into power, be all that you can become" from? That was from me. I was editing this episode. So I went to visit Emmy actually, and let me think. This was like one of the last things I had to make up and do, and I wanted to put a message in there from us, like as a team, to everyone else, like what the moral of the story basically is. And so the Chaos Emeralds are about turning your thoughts into power. Because that's how they're able to transform to super forms and like literally be, just like sentient miracles, basically. Like they're not powers. I'm sorry, they're not arbitrary powers that are used to like fight stuff and do that whole thing, or whatever. Like there's a romanticism to the Chaos Emeralds and how they turn your thoughts for a better world or a better situation, or for you to have the strength to overcome something and turn that into power. And what's so cool is that like the Chaos Emeralds can turn someone's thoughts into power. Our actions and what we do as regular people can in a way we can turn our own thoughts into power too. And in a way, that's what Tails learned throughout the story. Like with his own thoughts and his own power, he can do his own thing. So just kind of being inspired by the events that happened in the story, everything that was just something written by me at the end of the credits as a last farewell to the audience watching the show at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great question.
Very
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Sunny Alice Art asks, how long do recording sessions go?
Ooh.
Good question.
Doesn't that depend?
Well, because we have our because we have our individual ones. Because I mean, you mostly handled Brian, and I handled Mike primarily. And,
Yes.
And of course, you have your own. But when it came to guests, we usually did them together.
Yes. Yeah, we usually handled all of the guests together. With Ryan, recording sessions usually took maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. Because, you know, he did have quite a bit of lines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike's were really, really, really fast. Like Mike is like dude is a true professional in like every sense of the word. Like he's like I mean like even with our sessions, like he was mentoring me through a lot of things. I learned so much from him in our recording sessions together. So dude is the paragon of professionalism when it comes to any sort of entertainment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike is great. He really is. Yeah, yeah. You know, like in a lot of ways, Mike actually reminds me of like a lot of my professors at SCAD. Actually, while we're on the topic of it, just a really down to earth dude that just really, you know, just like he knows his stuff so well to the point where like it's so casual where he just looks like a magician practically. Like doing what he does, it's incredible.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I bet he had just like a lot of insight just about everything in terms of just like just direction and everything. Look, he's been in the industry for so long, so it makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Let's see.
We have a super chat from Mr. Krabs with $4.99 in the super chat. All right, Mr. Krabs.
All right, Mr. Krabs.
I have a question. Will Season 2 of Sonic and Tails R have any new locations for Sonic to explore in the story?
Is this a wait and see kind of moment?
That might be a wait and see, but
This is a wait and see kind of moment.
It's up to you, Doryan. I personally don't care.
Me neither. Yes.
There will be new locations.
Yes.
Brand spanking new.
Brand new, yeah. Because like a lot
of
the
reasons
reason
why we had to. Krabs?
I bet.
I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling this SpongeBob. Patrick, that's not a right.
Patrick, that's not right.
But like it's but let me see. It's actually like let me think. Because with the first one we couldn't really do. Yeah, with the first season we really couldn't do a lot of that stuff. Because you know, this is a new format, and you know, like if we were just like, hey, you know, we're in, you know, this new desert area, it's like you don't really have anything to go off of aside from desert sounds, basically. So it's like,
right.
So like tumbleweed. Right. So it was hard to put the audience like in a place where they can visualize what's going on in places they're not really all that familiar with. But now that we've gotten a bit of a grip on the format and with some incredible ingenuity by the Miss Emmy Jones.
I'm quite proud. I'm quite proud of how I figured it out. It's gonna be fantastic. I cannot wait.
Really so
I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't even know. So like, I'll be with you. I'll be there with you, fam. Like, I'll be there with you. You're with all the stuff from me. This is how secret this stuff's gonna be.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, like it is. But yeah, like it's really great seeing all that stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Drowsy's Rocket VA asks, "What gave you the idea to make a season 2? Was it ever planned?" No.
Not planned. No.
It was not planned at all.
No.
In fact, we were. Anytime we ever brought up the season 2, we were just like, ha.
No.
No.
Well,
No.
yeah.
No thanks.
It's also a thing too where I think at the time a lot of like the because making season 1 was super fun but also super stressful in a lot of areas as well. So it was a thing where it's just like we don't want to overstep, our luck in terms of, possibly again getting anyone back, and and plus it took a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it's worth it, like, for sure. But it was a thing where it's just like, also, like, if you don't mind me, like, bringing up this point, it was also a thing where this was one of the only notable fan projects that actually finished. Like, it was a thing where you wanted this to be kind of finished and done, that way you can move on to more things. Yeah. You didn't want to, like, prolong it, like how some fan projects just kind of prolong and they never get done, right? But I think but Season 2 is, like, even though it is a continuation, like, Season 1 is a finished product, it's a finished thing. So now, like, Season 2, it can be a continuation, but also its own thing, like, we're starting a new thing, pretty much. So
basically, and it's just like, I mean, it was just kind of a thing where, like, God, Sonic and Tails R was crunch all the time, like, like, you bring up college stories, like, that's it. It basically was college again, basically, and it was not that it was a bad thing. It's just like one of those things where just like you'll practically kill yourself making the stuff, but then when it's finished and you actually sit down and watch it, you're just like, that wasn't so bad. Let's do it again. And, I mean, like, and so that's ultimately like what inspired it. Really, it was like, I mean, honestly, it was working with these incredibly awesome people, and our skills just improving because we're so much better than we were when we first started.
Oh, dude, you kidding? Yeah. Like I think, like.
I mean, that really shows when listening to that pilot from earlier.
Bruh, like, good lord, dude. Like, I don't, man. Oh, the writing, but it's all good though. It's just, again, working with fantastically awesome people. It's just I don't know. It feels like it's just a giant family, man. Just coming back and getting back into the swing of things, and and who knows what the future holds for Sonic and Tails are. Like, even right now, we're swearing up and down that just like, we're gonna do another one of these. We're like, no, but
right.
You never know with a crew like this. You never know. So, yeah.
Here's a great question from Viola. Are y'all gonna make me cry again?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. If what you're talking about.
To be determined, but.
No, you don't know the whole story. You don't get it. You don't get it. Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. Yeah, here's the thing, Chad. Like, I don't know anything really. I'm kind of just, I'm with you. Like Emmy told me, like, I think it was like a couple months back, like, hey, by the way, like, we're doing it. And I was like, we're doing, like, you Season 2? And they're like, yeah, we're doing that. And I was like, oh, like, this is before, like, Fan Jam and everything like that. So I was like, oh my god, like, this is gonna be sick. I can't wait. And I know, like, a little, but I don't know everything.
A little, yeah.
It's sort of a thing where Doryan and I will go back and forth and, like, talking about, okay, and then this will happen, and then this, and, oh, it's so, and, like, we're, like, tearing up, like, oh, it's gonna be so good. Like, it's good.
And then I'll swear that, like, Emmy and I are like, wow, it's like 4 in the morning. We're so tired. We should probably go to sleep. And then like we'll wake up like the next morning. It should be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, so I didn't go to bed. I wrote all this stuff. What do you think? It's just like that is serious. Like, yeah, if you really put it accurately, that is seriously how it will work. There'll be a situation where she's like, what if this happened? I'm like, oh my god, yeah, then this. And then she'll go like pull up a clip from Sonic X, like, just like this, like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it always happens. And just like, it's even funny too, because we'll like sprinkle in stuff that we're fans of. Like, there's a line that Amy says in episode 2 when he says that her love for Sonic burns with the white hot intensity of 1,000 suns, and that came from the fact that Amy and I just constantly quote Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob quotes to each other all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, we're those people who send SpongeBob memes and think that they're funny because they are.
Because they are funny.
They are funny.
They are
They
funny.
are funny. Like I dare anyone to challenge me to say the early SpongeBob was not funny. It was hilarious.
Dude, early SpongeBob was like peak in terms of
Yeah.
like SpongeBob in general. But anyways, yeah.
This is a good question from DIY Arts. So what inspired Sonic and Tails are in the first place? How did the plot of the story come into play? Well, first, before I answer that question, shout out to Aura. I'm saying that right?
Oh yes,
for $5.
Aura. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, they say, I'm so excited for Sonic and Tails R Season 2. I'm looking forward to it. Love your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm excited.
But with the question, so what inspired Sonic and Tails are, the radio drama aspect of it was inspired by this radio play that John and I used to, like my cousin John, for all of you that are coming into this, he's my cousin. He's the one that got me to Sonic in the first place. He was 3, I was 4, but when we were a little bit older, in anticipation for Sonic X, there were a lot of Sonic websites at the time. They were super cool. There was like Sonic HQ, early Sonic Stadium at the time, TSSZ, all those guys were new. I mean, it was a crazy big deal at the time. So there was one particular place called the Sonic Info page, and one of the things they had on the site were there was a radio play called Sonic and the Death Cheese, and I was just kind of I loved the idea of that when I was a kid. Like, you could just like listen to this, but it was like watching TV, but not. And so I think I mentioned this earlier when Amy was trying to figure out what to do with content for the channel. Like a radio drama was just suggested because she does music and voice acting, so something with that as the core of it, without necessarily any visuals like animation, will be perfect. And it came the idea came from there, but. The other thing that it came from was Amy and I wanting to do a project together, because we never got to do one really, because we're always making great stuff, but we never really get to work together. The stars just never aligned for it to work.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it did, so we just kind of like fought like hell to try to make it possible. And the other aspect of it was COVID happening at the time.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah.
Like we just kind of figured that everyone. This was like, because remember, everything kind of went down in March, so this was like April or May when we were having these conversations, and everyone was just, their spirits were broken. Everyone was just kind of of course, like this really terrible thing is happening, like just through the entire world. So we thought that creating a show like this for Sonic fans could give them something to look forward to, while all this craziness is happening.
Yep.
Like we got started, and like since all that stuff happened, in like 2.5 months time, we got it out and started working on the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for answering the question.
Oh, totally. Thanks. No problem. It is my pleasure. I love answering questions.
We're going to be, I just want to point out that we are going to be wrapping it up very shortly. We have been going on for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A little bit longer than anticipated. Well, it's because like whenever we start talking about this, like we have a lot of stories and we have a lot of like experiences, and we're just passionate about this. So it's a thing where it's like we kind of get ahead of ourselves. But
that's okay. We'll still go on for a little bit longer. We want to take as many questions as we're able to. So right now, if you did not get your question answered, we're gonna just take a couple more questions. Also, Carl Lewis, thank you so much for the $5 in the super chat. Thank you. GG.
GG.
Yeah.
Oh, Swifty Swoosh with 5 in the super chat. Hey Emmy, do you feel like you've grown more as a voice actress and producer after Sonic and Tails R Season 1 was completed? By the way, excited for Season 2. Yeah, I absolutely do feel that I've, really grown through the role of Tails and episode, definitely episode 7, but just Sonic and Tails R Season 1 as an entire whole, and as a producer, and director. I feel like I've really learned how to, project manage, and I feel really proud of that. And I really hope that that can show in Season 2. Thank you so much for your question. And yeah, I cannot wait for Season 2, and I hope you guys like it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too. It'll be awesome. Let's see. I guess I can go for one. Let's see. Luke Has Spoken asks, how is it writing for Super Tails? I love seeing Tails go super along with Sonic, and I especially love their flying training together. Thanks for all you're doing on Season 2. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Like Super Tails wasn't too hard to write because it's pretty much just kind of like writing a super powered Tails, more so like a Minty to a super Sonic. But what was tough writing for Super Tails in the beginning was kind of explaining what it's like to go super.
Yes.
That was the toughest part because you kind of had to, because I kind of had to look into what it means to transform into a super form from the power of the Chaos Emeralds and what it feels like to be a living miracle, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And getting kind of philosophical with that and just going into spirituality a little bit and how certain people describe certain feelings and whatever, kind of went into putting that part together. But for the most part, Super Tails was pretty much fine. It's just basically an extremely confident Tails.
Yes.
Let me see.
Oh, wait. Can I cover one more real quick?
Yes, of course. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Sonic Velocity asks you, Emmy, why do you love Sonic X so much?
Because I do. It's literally the best thing in regards to Sonic. It literally, the story is really good. The voice acting in Japanese and in English, it's great. The characterization is literally spot on. That's correct. Correct characterization. A plus. I love it. It's so good. The stories are fantastic. And I love their take on how they told the stories of SA1 and SA2 and, the Sonic Battle stuff too. I loved it. It was fantastic and just very beautiful. It is very beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
And,
she's very gorgeous to me.
She is very gorgeous to me!
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Literally.
that just about sums it up. God, I remember when Sonic X first aired, dude. Man, we all flipped.
Man, being a kid, I know most of the people in this chat are a little bit too young, but experiencing Sonic X as the episodes were rolling out week by week, waking up at 7 a.m., it was the freaking best, dude.
Yeah, I'll never forget when episode 77 was airing, and I was so excited. And literally, we had a pet bird that wouldn't shut up. And so as a horrible 11 to 12-year-old, I put the pet bird in the laundry room because I was like, go!
You are you've lost your living privileges.
You need to go elsewhere because I'm trying to watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, goodness me. That's awesome. Oh, Sonic X. Yes.
Oh, Sonic X. All right, let's go ahead and take one more question.
Okay.
Let's make it a good one.
Make it a good one.
That bird just wanted attention. I'm telling you, that bird squawked. That bird squawked all the live long day.
It's you're just talking. You're just could you not, please?
It was so loud. It was like a. I was like, God, just shut up. I don't know. It's not that I don't like birds, but I would never go out of my way to own a pet bird because I'm not patient with you know what I mean? With certain pets, it's fine, but that squawking, it literally hurt my ears.
Oh my god. Let's see.
Let's take a look here. Let's see. I see one that's pretty neat, but what do you all think?
Well, I don't know what you're looking at.
Yes.
No, like, did y'all also have other ones that you saw?
Oh no, you can go ahead and take it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right, final
let's
one.
Make sure I picked the right one, because like, all right, well, yeah, it's a good one because I think it had a lot to do with what was so fun about watching the show. So the question is from, I gotta find it. Okay, it's from Autobot Productions. A nice Transformers reference. Sweet. So the question is, what was your favorite cameo character in season 1?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a great question. Probably Shadow. I know that's just so basic,
Yeah.
but I love how he did the reveal. If it had nothing to do with like reveal and it also would possibly be Amy.
Also be Shadow again.
But Shadow, it's too hard. Yeah, I mean Shadow.
It's Jason Griffith's Shadow, which is like
Shadow.
it's a great Shadow.
What about for you guys?
Right.
Well, yeah, I think you said Shadow, right?
Well, I was just kind of making fun of you, as I do. But
oh, thank you. Well, you know,
you're welcome.
I'll keep that in mind, and I'll make fun of you tenfold.
Yeah, after I beat you in the SA2 race.
That's not
obviously.
happening. Anyways,
I
actually, we don't want Trey's answer. Doryan, what's your answer?
Oh my god!
God, there's so many good cameos in season 1 too. Like, everyone did such an awesome job. My favorite one, yeah, I probably have to give it to Shadow as well. It's just when he came in,
yeah,
yeah, like, just man, because it's just because like you don't see it coming. It's like, oh, it's just an episode, and he just shows up. Like, wait, but it all makes so much sense at the same time too.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you there. Is it cheating? And I know you said you didn't want my answer, but I want to give one anyways. Is
Boo. Boo.
Is it? Boo! Oh,
Go ahead.
brother, this guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Like favorite character appearances. Would it be cheating to say Super Tails? Does that count?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, we'll take it.
You don't think so?
I allow it because that's me.
That's you. Well, the reason why is just because, like, the concept of, like, for me, like, I love when the trio of characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, I love it when they actually can become equals and become super on their own. It's part of the reason why I love Sonic and Knuckles so much. So whenever, like, they were fighting alongside, it wasn't necessarily like a hero and sidekick dynamic. It was a hero and hero dynamic fighting. And whenever, like, the themes started, whenever, like, in episode 9 when the theme started, like, and we talk about it all the time, but I can visualize, like, the health bar of the Egadora, like, growing in size.
Yes.
Like in SA1, like, like, that gives me goosebumps every time. And it's a thing where it's just like, and everything building up to that. Now, then, episode 9 is actually my favorite episode in terms of composition, because it was a thing where I worked with Victor McKnight, and we kind of had to learn how to transition from his musical pieces into mine, and I was able to do that with just like knowing about transposing, well, not transposing, but like modulation and key changes and stuff. So it the entirety of episode 9 was just a hype fest for me, and seeing Super Tails do his thing was like super cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's awesome, man. And also real quick, shout out to Victor McKnight, also the composer for the season 2 trailer.
For the season 2 trailer, yes, he's doing fantastic. Like, yeah, he's doing a lot of good work. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it really is, absolutely.
To work with everyone on this. This is going to be incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm really excited for season 2. Season 1. Has so many challenges, and because of all of it, really, all of us have become better as artists and what we do individually. So I'm really excited to see what challenges season 2 brings to the table for all of us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here to celebrate Sonic and Tails R. Thank you for all your fantastic questions. Thank you for, sharing all of your really wonderful stories about how, Sonic and Tails are, has inspired you, or, I actually saw a comment in particular and I just missed it. It was actually about, Shadow in particular, really, like, I guess revitalizing or reigniting their passion for Sonic again. And like that, we love comments like that. Like that makes all of our hard work so much worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely agree.
I totally agree because again, like remember that episode, like we wrote that like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, it was like 7 scripts.
Like it's just, good lord, but yeah, and it was it's just definitely what Amy said for sure. Just like it's such hard work and it's always crunch and we're always so tired and it's exhausting. But dude, when we upload that stuff in the morning and we see you guys in the chat reacting to the stuff that we're doing and asking questions and sharing it with your friends and telling us how much you loved it and making great art and all of that, like that's what gives us the juice that we have and has us do stuff like even want to do a season 2 at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, dude, like if I can just say, like the live chat thing, I love that feature in YouTube. Whenever you can like schedule a video and then watch the chat and premiere it, and because it's a thing where people will like catch references or catch these kind of cool details, or and we're all just kind of interacting, having fun, like it's. And whenever something big happens, like everyone's on the same page, on the same sentence, just having a fantastic time, and that can also be inspiring for it's like a domino effect or a butterfly effect. It's straight up just like like without Sonic and Tails we wouldn't have seen much of like the cool fan animations that spawned from this, as well as just like it's just everything, man. Like it's kind of insane, and to be able to like do season 2 like and do that in its own way is going to be super sick. Like I'm super thankful and I'm excited personally.
Yeah,
same.
It's gonna rule.
And with that, we're going to be concluding the panel. Doryan and Trey, thank you guys for joining me for Sonic and Tails are Unplugged.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. And also, shout out to Ryan, who was here earlier. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us for the panel. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, if you're listening in, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, dude. We really appreciate it, man. For sure. For everything.
And onward to the next journey.
Let's go.
To the next adventure.
Yes.
Whew. All right.
We will see you guys regarding updates about Season 2 pretty much on social media. So stay tuned on Twitter and YouTube, and we will give you as much information as we're able to.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Rest assured, my friends.
Yes, we're working hard.
Yes, we are working hard. So
stay tuned. All right, guys. And with that, we are wrapping it up. Have a great night, you guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Peace out.
Bye-bye.